Where do people turn when they have lost everything? When a cruel catastrophe has taken everything they loved and cared about in life? Where do they turn when they're in despair?
O&A Party Rock!
It's showtime, folks.
It feels good. It's cool.
We're brilliant broadcasters.
I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
Very respectful.
Very nice.
There is some shenanigans going on.
And it just feels right.
They're like two puzzles. We want perfect questions. We want some laughs. Some thoughts being provoked and thrown back and forth.
I don't like flaky. I like cakey.
I want to hug a cute dog.
How fake was that?
The name of this radio show should be The Happy Idiot and the Sullen Douche.
Two total dorks.
Am I listening to a radio show? Two DJs and a tranny lover. That's what this program is about, mister.
Only creeps listen to this program.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
Turn your fucking radio down!
Anyone around here ever smell my ass?
It's lovely. Anthony.
Come on, we're gonna tell you how to get chicks. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm a horribly boring person.
You just kind of laugh at him.
He's getting better, but we gotta break him in still. He's a candidate for killing his wife if he gets married.
I love E-Rock under the console at times.
Snapple and mayo, your thumbs must be lovely.
Featuring...
Hurricane Ben! Martini Steve!
I think there's a degree of mental illness with everybody on the show.
Ramon. Eric's breath smells like the diaper of a cancer patient. Can I say for the record that this program sucks a fat dick?
I got a few ideas that could get us fired.
Please use them.
Please use them.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Fish in the hole!
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
This calls for the old Billy Baroo. Billy. Whoa, Billy. The biggie.
All right, never mind. I don't need that. I don't need that computer. As a matter of fact, I don't think anybody will need it once I throw something through the monitor.
You don't have it in you.
That's what...
You don't have it in you.
That's what it is with the computers over here. One day they work, they're fine. The next day, they don't work, and they're not fine. And
What's
who
the
knows?
problem? What's the problem, man?
I can't get into the instant feedback computer. I can't even get onto that computer.
Maybe the listeners banned you.
Maybe I've been banned.
Maybe they banned you.
It sucks. I tried logging in. Everybody else has tried logging in using their passwords and names. And, no, nothing. So that computer is done. Not even going to pay attention to it anymore.
Everyone is taking a peek. I love this.
See, and I know what Danny's going to do. He's going to go to this option and look for, oh, look, it only says delete or D plus client 1. Yes, you got another, all right, I'd be happy to step aside. Everybody, that's Mars. For those of you watching on Pal Talk, he is now typing away
This is a great way to start the show. This is
Trying
wonderful.
to get my instant feedback computer going.
Mars, you have to enter.
Okay.
I'm trying to help.
Jimmy, shut up.
I'm trying to be helpful. I'm good at this stuff.
No, you're not. You're horrid and never helpful.
Do you know what I do when something like this happens? I just turn it off and I try to restart the whole thing. That usually helps.
That's what I do. The system cannot log you on because the domain delete is not available. There's domains that aren't available.
Oh, well.
What are you going to do?
Oh, well. This is wonderful. This is how you start a radio show. Watch a guy type. He's good at it, though.
There we go.
How'd you do
Sit
that,
there and
Mars?
watch a guy type.
What'd you put in?
Can't tell you.
What was it?
What,
Some
you just
secret code?
you just entered secret code to get Anthony's computer up and running?
That's correct.
That's correct. Look at that.
Whatever works.
We're too stupid to understand what he just did.
Much too stupider.
We needed the tech guy.
Tech guy.
Tech guy. We're stupid.
I'm really stupid. I don't know.
I love tech guys that just know they're so far ahead of you that they're like, don't even bother asking. I'm not telling you. I'm not wasting your time, and I'm certainly not wasting my time. You know, guys, this whole thing's going to blow past. We're going to look back on this someday and laugh. I'm not saying the thing wouldn't start. We're going to go, we're going to
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
It happens, right?
There it is.
All
Now we got it.
all set to go? All
It's
set to broadcast?
all there. Seeing a different format on this. It's a little big, but I'll deal with it.
You're going to do all right with that.
I'll deal with that. It gives me a bigger ban button. Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are you?
We're all doing well. This is XM Satellite Radio.
Yes, it is.
And this is the ONA virus spreading across America. Slowly but surely.
Yes.
Getting more gooder every day. And it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday, I believe, right? Is it already
Is it?
Wednesday? How did that happen?
Let's see. We had Monday off.
So yesterday was Monday.
Yeah.
So today should be Tuesday.
You do that?
But now it's Wednesday. So now we jumped ahead. And tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow would be like a Friday, so today's like a Thursday.
Yeah, but it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, but tomorrow's definitely Friday for us.
Oh, yeah. It's a Friday show because Friday, we ain't coming in.
Friday's like a Saturday. We got
Is
two.
it?
Yeah, we got 2 Saturdays.
2 Saturdays this week?
2 Saturdays this week and 1 Sunday.
Love 2 Saturdays. We should have 2 Sundays.
2 Sundays? We're working
No,
on that
I
as
know.
well.
Oh, we horrible.
The more time we could get off, the better. The better we're going to be at broadcasting.
Awful. Well, we got Vegas next week.
Vegas, yes, CES.
I
If
know
you're going to be in
that.
the Vegas area and you're going to be close to CES, I don't even know if you're allowed in. I don't know. Isn't it like it's like
I don't know
only
what it is.
insiders are allowed in and the press?
Like trade people?
Yeah,
Because
but-
I know there are a lot of people on MySpace that have been sending emails and stuff, messages saying that they're going to be in Vegas. They want to hook up with us. Some listeners want to hook up, play some cards. Whether they get in to the CES or not, they want to hang out and play a little cards.
Little cards.
Yeah.
Where are we going to be this year?
Vegas.
MGM again?
Well, maybe, maybe not. All depends on what names they're putting us under.
I think Venetian, actually, to be honest, if it means anything.
Yeah.
Venetian. Seriously?
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Look at everyone panicking.
Panicky
Yeah,
Pete.
because we're just like the Beatles. They're going to be hiding in our showers when we go in our room.
You know, no one has to hide in the shower. All they have to do is dial a few numbers to fuck my night up. That's
Exactly.
all I'm saying.
C-U-M-I-A? Who the hell couldn't spell coma?
You suck, Jim Norden.
Oh, they're just going to be...
D-O-N. I dare you to call us.
They're just going to be pounding down the door while we're in Vegas.
It's going to be some convention guy named Norden. What? No, I don't like hookers with dicks. Why are you calling me?
Well, that implies that, hey, wait a minute.
Hey, hold on now.
I don't care for that.
You.
Hey, someone needs some marriage advice. We love giving out marriage
right.
advice.
Scott from Modesto, you're on the line.
You should be the one giving the advice.
Marriage advice. This is Howie from New York. No, it's
Oh.
actually Chris from Missouri. Chris, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Hey.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask Anthony on some marriage advice.
Of course,
I'm
sir.
thinking I'm getting married soon.
Rumor has it you're drunk there, Chris.
Well, you know, rumors.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, I am drunk.
So what do you want to know there, Chris?
I just want to know, like, you know, if Anthony got some advice. Like, I'm going to buy a ring. I don't know what I should spend, $300 to $5,000. What's the range?
300, if that's your absolute minimum. No, I don't know. Dude, how long you been going out with the girl?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
All right. Are you both in love with each other?
You can call it love.
This is
All
just
right,
a
see.
disaster in the making. Because even if you're deeply in love, marriage just ain't it. It's not. It's a bad thing to do. You're
Also,
entering an agreement that is completely against you, sir.
Yeah, but it's like it's either marriage or she's gonna,
Oh, she gave you an ultimatum.
No, she didn't give me an ultimatum, but it's like, I want to kind of get, the marriage thing, and then, have a couple of kids and.
See,
like
he's just like I was. He's thinking that the marriage is going to propel you into this different segment of your life, more into adulthood. How old a guy are you?
I'm 31.
You're 31, so you're at that age. See, he's like the same age I was at. He's like at that age where you still feel like a kid. You're kind of maybe acting like a kid, and you don't have a career like you see some people maybe should.
No, my career's cool.
Yeah?
Making decent money. I just moved from Jersey, so.
Chris,
I used to know you guys from NEW, so.
Yeah.
Chris, here's the deal.
Cool.
It's very simple. Do you have any doubt in your mind?
The doubt in my mind is just from shit I've seen happen. Like, Anthony's marriage hasn't been what you call
Oh, it was a disaster, my friend.
Yeah, it really hasn't.
I say
show people.
Don't do it. I don't know how you call these things off, though. How long you been engaged?
Oh, we haven't been engaged. I'm about to buy a ring.
Okay.
That's
No.
why I'm calling.
Then don't do it. Don't do it. We get calls from people that say, I'm getting married. The wedding is in 2 months or something. And for the life of me, I don't know how you get out of those things. I could not bring myself to walk up to somebody and go, hey, it's off, man. The family, all that shit. It seemed less painful to me to just get married and then get a divorce, but obviously I was wrong. Like, I couldn't imagine having to deal with family and everything and saying, no, it's off.
Wouldn't it be just better to cut off your arm and deal with that family shit?
Yes, but see, you're not even engaged yet. So, my friend, don't do it. Don't buy the ring.
Call me crazy.
Call
me crazy, but if
there
you're
is
calling
such a thing as love.
call me crazy,
And
but
I
if you're
have to,
You're going to stop.
Sorry, I cut you off.
He won't stop. He's drunk.
Go ahead, sir. You're making a good point. Go ahead, make the
I
point.
just wanted to say, Jimmy,
I hope you have the most miserable fucking marriage ever. Tell this fucking guy to get married.
Sir,
Tell him to get fucking married.
Ope thinks you might want to get married.
Oh, Opie is a smart guy.
All right,
Go
then.
fuck yourself.
Get married, my friend.
He said thank you.
All right, bro.
Wait, sir, don't go yet. You're not
No,
finished. Ope wants to talk to you.
please, leave.
I think the thing you should do, here's how you get out of it, if you already do it. You guys are missing the obvious.
First of all, I just want to call Ope crazy.
Why?
Because he asked 3 times to call him crazy.
Oh.
Never got out what he was going to say. He just said, call me crazy 3 times, and then was interrupted by this motherfucker.
It sounded like he was going to go into a Broadway musical song, though. Call me crazy, all right?
Call me crazy.
Not only that, do I hope you get married, I hope you have Down syndrome kids.
That'll be fun.
And not just one. Like, you had the one and go, what's the odds it'll happen twice?
Never. It just doesn't. Have you ever seen 2 in one family?
Especially 8 years apart.
No. Oh, ooh. You think it wore off or something, and then there it is.
Yeah, you
haunting
figure
again.
the blood, like, you get new blood after 7 years or whatever.
No.
Maybe that DNA got washed out.
Chris, I had the most brilliant advice for you, and I'm not giving it to you now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ope. I know I fucked up.
You're a chatty Cathy. You were talking
Holy
over.
shit.
I'm sorry. I'm
We don't ask for much from our show.
I know.
And the one thing is we ask is that you try to listen.
I know.
I know at times we don't
listen. First call. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
Oh, jeez.
Are we done giving this stupid ass advice?
Yeah.
I say get married and good luck to you.
Yeah, buy a ring, make it very expensive, make sure you're paying for it for years and years to come.
Nah, it's cash.
And then live happily ever after.
Sorry.
Have sex. The first time you have sex after you're married, knock her up.
Yep.
So it ruins her body. And like Opie suggested, perhaps some Down syndrome children.
Not only
just
do
the
I hope you
financial
have
burden.
2 kids that have Down syndrome, I hope your your wife now has like lasagna belly from having the kids.
Oh, those frilly lasagna noodles. Big stretch marks.
Yeah.
Does she have firm titties?
Sir?
Huh?
Don't be discouraged.
Does she have firm titties?
Who, me?
No, your fucking wife-to-be.
Yeah, they're pretty firm.
You know, sir, as a caller, you need a lot to be desired.
You are really bad.
You sure
as
this
a
isn't
caller.
Jeff Reardon?
Are you on those depressant medications that are going to...
my medication, and I robbed $200 from a jewelry store, man.
He's up on the news. Got to give him that
Sucked.
much.
Only on baseball.
Should I get married?
Call me crazy, but I say we cut our losses.
Cut our losses.
I'm sorry about, being a chatty Cathy. I was just drunk.
Brian in
Losses
Tennessee.
cut.
Yeah.
What's up, Brian?
How you doing?
All right.
Hi, sir.
Well, I say I've had that about a year and found y'all, and I never changed the channel now.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Mr. Ron and Fez way back when they were in Houston. Glad to see them there.
Yes.
May it be the first to say happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, man. It's been kind of overlooked today because the first call was bad.
It sounded like. I smell bit, and I can't believe Opie didn't see it.
Thanks, bud.
You got the new, I said I smell bit, and I can't believe Opie didn't see it.
What's the bit?
What bit, sir? And this ought to be a gem.
You've got that new PAL top
Yeah.
where you can see the callers.
Yeah.
You have one of the fine female listeners call up, play what's in your pants. Before, after you guys guessed, you just had to take her word for it.
Now she's got a show.
You guess,
I don't think we have.
stand up and show.
I don't think we have a woman out there that's brave enough to play Guess What's in My Pants on Pal Talk.
Well, apparently, right when we logged on this morning, we could have played Guess What's in My Pants, and I could have won with a cock because somebody was on camera jacking off.
And he
in
was
the room.
He was in one of our
The
rooms?
room was open before I got there. Which made me a little miffed.
Stay off of there.
Like, it's my room, and I log into it, and it's open and full, and people are partying. There's a guy jacking off. I was like the parent that came home. Hey, what's going on here? Get out of here, you darn kids.
Yeah, you got the key to the house.
I know.
How did they get in?
I don't know. Some people have some admin things so they could boot Arabs that come in there because Opie means something in Arabia. and the name of the room is Opie and Anthony Live. And for some reason, the Arabian people, the towel heads, think it's some religious thing.
Is there still in Arabia, by the way?
I don't know. I like calling it Persia myself. And they think Opie means something to their Allah.
Yeah.
And so I need some admin people because during the show I can't kick out the towel heads. And then apparently they're opening up the rooms and having jack-off parties in my goddamn room. My goddamn room.
And they're wiping their dicks on your stuffed animals.
Yeah.
All right. Brian, I like the idea, actually. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if we have a girl brave enough to play Guess What's in My Pants live on Pal Talk.
I bet you do. And tell Jimmy's friends to stay out of your room.
Sir, that wasn't my friend that would do that. My friend's in the teen and under room.
You'll be good. I drive a truck all night long.
All right, well, we'll try to figure that out. If anyone wants to play Guess What's in My Pants of the female variety on Pal Talk, please IM us or do whatever you have to do.
And I actually have a bit idea, which is a great year-end bit idea.
All right, thank you, Brian.
Which I think,
Year-end bit idea?
Yes.
Yes, Jimmy Norton?
I think that we should all list our New Year's resolutions.
Shut up! You shut up! You shut up! You shut up! You shut up!
But, like...
You really don't want to know my New Year's resolution.
Oh, no.
Guys, I do. I think that's fun.
Fun?
Dude, it'll be fun. I can guess yours. You can guess mine.
No, I
No.
don't.
Interrupt this program to
Oh.
the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Genetic freak sound.
All right,
good.
Dan in Boston, what's going on?
Hey, boys, what's up?
Hey.
I'm at the gym last night, and I'm walking around, and all of a sudden I see these little sets of legs on the leg press. It was a midget doing the leg press at the gym. Funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen.
A midget doing a leg press? Don't they have those weird formed legs anyway that look like they're really muscular?
Well, he's doing these like little pumps and all that stuff, and it's just dying. I'm punching out. I'm blaming. Bye.
No, actually, that's pretty good. It conjures up a pretty good image.
Instead
a
of
midget working his legs.
Instead of spending time on the leg press, they should hang from the chin bar.
Yeah, tie weights to their little rotten feet.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
I was at the gym the other day, and in Great Neck. My girlfriend goes to the gym right there over in Great Neck, and I go like as a guest, use the pool and
check it out
and
a little
whatnot.
bit, right?
Use the your treadmill over there, use the pool, and I had to go in the locker room and stuff.
Oh boy, that's always a problem.
Yeah, it is always a fucking problem. That's why I have a treadmill at my house, and I use that. And thank you very much. And I could just do that, shower afterwards, no problems. So I'm using the pool, and my girlfriend. Oh, happy birthday to
My
your girlfriend.
Thank you.
Yes, happy birthday, Jimmy Norton, my girlfriend. Yes, you asshole.
Jimmy, you got the same birthday.
Yeah,
Nan's
yes,
girlfriend.
exactly.
Very good.
And we go in, and apparently the locker room.
Wait, she gets ripped off though, man.
Why is that?
Birthday near Christmas?
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
Yeah. People that have their birthdays near Christmas do. You get like one present.
It never
thing.
balances out.
One big thing.
And people go, no, we give them a little extra.
Yeah.
It never
It's
equals.
a rip-off. It
Equals
really
up.
is. You got to just hope later in life you hook up with a successful disc jockey who can afford to get stuff for Christmas and New Year's.
Ooh.
No, actually, we don't even exchange gifts.
Why?
It's like Christmas every day for us. She wants something, we buy it. I want something, I buy it. What the hell else? What the fuck is Christmas? I do get something though.
But
for her birthday.
it's nice to open something up
Birthdays,
Christmas morning.
We do.
Doesn't
We
she
have
get
other
you a
people's
tie or something?
gifts.
I like to get a
A
tie,
tie?
for Christmas. Yes.
Some smart slacks.
Maybe a pair of socks.
A Van Heusen sweater.
Ooh, some Old Spice cologne. Splash that on.
High Karate is my brand.
You ever use Canoe, did you?
Ooh.
What, Brute?
Brute peppers.
Anyway, you were saying. Sorry, Ann.
Yes, well, obviously, after you go in the pool, she goes in and showers in the locker room. So she assumed I was going to go into the guys' locker room and shower. I go into the guys' locker room. I've been in the pool. How far of a drive is it from the gym to my house? 3 minutes. I'm not going to now strip nude and hop in the shower
With that huge Italian hog.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Just hits the bench.
Big delicious appendage.
I need 2 towels just to cover it up. I walk in the second, dude. It is the second, and this has happened every gym experience ever. The second I walk in there, old naked guy has his 1 foot up on the bench. That Turkish taffy ball bag is just hanging with the gray hairs, the fucking the flab ass, and he's just drying away. And it shocks you. I walk in, and that's the first thing you see. And I look away and make the face.
It's more the
No, it was the same face that in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, when what's-her-face walked in on
okay, yeah.
The guy jerking off.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the same face
Good
he made
line.
looking at her.
Yeah. So I'm jacking off, right? And just disgusting. And another guy, and they're walking around with their dicks out.
You get
I understand it's a lot.
It's a gym, dude.
No. But stop. Keep the
No.
fucking towel around your waist. There's towels. You can't run out of towels in a gym. There are stacks of towels. There's a guy's job that is just to bring in the fucking towels.
Yeah, if you're naked for more than a second in a locker room, you're an exhibitionist. Simple as that.
Well,
you get naked guy shaving yet?
Oh, yeah, right by the sink.
Why?
Why be naked?
Why, first of all, shave at the gym?
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, why do it naked?
Because he's going right to work, probably.
But why
or
do it
something.
naked?
Why be naked?
Do you shave at home naked?
No.
I don't either.
Why be naked? Have a goddamn towel on. It's common courtesy. There is no one in that locker room, unless there's a flaming faggot in there, that wants to see old man fucking body. That wants to see that. You're not giving someone a little show. Why be naked? There's no women in there. Why be naked in the locker room? Jimmy?
Forgot to mention to you guys what happened to me when I was in L.A. In a spa.
Sexy story, is it?
Yeah, it's a hot one. It's kind of like what you were talking about. I can't believe I didn't call in with this. I forgot. I went to a spa to get a facial. I wanted to get a facial.
Ooh, full.
No, not the kind of.
I thought
not
you meant
the good kind. No, I got a massage and a facial from this place. I never did it before in my life. I wanted to try it. I treated myself to a spa.
You're so fancy.
Fancy gentleman.
You are.
So afterwards, there's a jacuzzi in there. So afterwards, I go in. Now I don't bring a bathing suit or anything to the spa.
I see trouble already.
Well, yeah.
No. But no. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
There's not many people there. So the first thing I did when I got to the spa, before I went in there, is I went in and I took a shit. I took a good shit in the spa bathroom. And then I went and I showered. Yeah. And they give you a robe, fancy place.
Fancy.
Which, of course, the lines were flying in my head.
Of course.
The robe on. Of course, I enjoyed it.
Robert Reed Memorial Robe.
Chuckled to myself. RR on it. An extra pocket for tissues. Give me those, review. And so I go in and I get my massage and my facial. It's just great. Which really hurt. Actually, I was tearing. She was popping zits in my nose. It hurt so badly I was tearing because it was really bad.
Yeah.
So I come back in. I wanted to go into one of the hot tubs. There's two hot tubs. One's hotter than the other, and there's nobody in there.
Who wouldn't want to go in? Right.
I just wanted to treat myself to the spa experience. So I'm naked under my robe. So I go right up to the hot tub, and I get right in, nude.
What? No!
I was nude in the hot tub.
Lots of bubbles, so no one would be able to even see you.
No one could see. And then,
of course,
I see an older gentleman milling about the locker room. Now, there's two hot tubs, one empty and one that I'm in. And he comes up, and I'm like, ugh.
And he goes, splash.
He waltzes right over, takes off his robe. He's totally nude. He gets in the hot tub.
What is that? You're not... What? What?
Gets in the hot tub with me.
And you got out. And you got out.
Yes, but, well, let me talk to him.
How many seconds did it take you to get out?
A few minutes. I didn't want to be rude.
A few minutes.
Here's what happened. It gets
like
worse.
Bubbling egg drop soup.
It gets worse.
The story should be he got in, I got out.
Right.
That's not even a pause. Be. Not even he got in and then I got out.
I yelled faggot and made a dash for my towel. Well, no, he had really blue eyes, to be honest with you. Ooh. And I know because he got in and he's like, hey, how are you? And he looked like Malcolm McDowell, but like fat. That's what he looked like. That's the point where he had white hair.
It was L.A. It could have been him.
No, I thought that, but his eyes look like Malcolm McDowell. Yeah, I know. But when someone's getting into a hot tub, you look him in the eye.
You'd have touched this hog and gone, Malcolm, picture, please.
So we're sitting there, and he's
singing in the hot tub, naked in the hot tub.
Are you through hurting me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I didn't sing in the hot tub. I was very, very uncomfortable, believe it or not.
Yeah, I would assume.
And he's talking to me, and I know immediately he's flirting with me. He's like...
How did you know, Jimmy? How did you know?
Because I've done that to chicks. I know how you talk to somebody when you want to talk to somebody younger and more nubile, if I may. And he's just chatting with me.
Rod was like a U-boat periscope poking up out of the...
Dude, I fucking feel his foot hit my foot.
Oh, no.
Must be what they do in the fucking spas. And he's like, so, it's some nonsense he said.
Did you get arrested for punching him?
I pulled my foot back.
That should have been the next thing. You're absolutely right.
I pulled my foot back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And I didn't look at him. I didn't want to encourage him. And he got the hint that I wasn't interested because he was eating an apple in the hot tub nude. And then...
Here's the deal, quickly.
What, sweetie?
And then please continue.
Oh, yes.
Being nude in the hot tub in that spa is only for gay guys. The guy wasn't being inappropriate. You were. You're being inappropriate by being naked in the hot tub and not being gay.
You were being a cock tease.
You fucking cock
I was
tease.
Scarlett Johansson in that place, just showing all of my wares.
You were a cock tease.
Because anyone naked in that hot tub is gay.
When I saw him walk in, and I knew he couldn't see my fat, out-of-shape body, he just saw my face, young, boyish face, eager at the spa, looking for an older gentleman's guidance. Believe me, I was an 11. I was an 11. He hit fucking pay dirt when he saw this face. So I feel his foot touch my foot, and I back my foot up, and I think he gets the hint immediately that this is not where I'm at. And, I mean, it's like he's just talking about, I forget what he's even talking about. Like, I'm like, yeah, the water's hot. He's like, it feels good. I feel his foot touch and hit mine again. But like he's stretching, like he's just talking.
Oh,
and,
boy. Little foot. See, now, if you were gay, you'd play a little footsie back.
If I was gay, I would have left my foot there, and we would have had a connection.
And before you know it, you're feeling a foot on your bag.
Yeah, I believe me, I got out of there very quickly. After that, I was really annoyed. And I got to say something here. If I've ever made a woman feel like that, my apologies.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry if I've ever done that.
Really?
I felt like...
He wants it.
You've been in a hot tub with one fag, then you've been in a hot tub with them all.
He wants it. He needs it.
He was eating an apple. He complained about the apple being mealy.
I was eating the apple. I touched my foot with his foot.
It was a fucking foot thing on my foot.
A foot thing on your foot.
So I got out. I didn't even want him to see my cock. I was so annoyed that I just turned around.
You gave him a treat.
No, he saw my ass walking out. But believe me,
that was probably a treat for him.
There was a sheen of hot tub water on it. It gave off. It was a glistening bottom.
He probably jacked to the image of your ass.
It should have. And my
Your
awful
smooth,
love handles.
Boyish ass.
Just glistening with those little hot tub bubbles on it, sliding down my buttery thighs. Believe me, I should have. Because you know how it is in the hot tub. Your bag is all hanging, and your fucking dick looks big. Because you're not hard.
Usually have a bathing suit on or some type of swim trunks on.
Always do in my gym in the gym I work out in New York. I always have. I was in my building, so I go down. I always have a bathing suit when I go in the steam room.
Yeah.
Always a bathing suit. One time I didn't, but I wore my underwear. But I saw one guy kind of on a Sunday flirting with me in there. That was kind of creepy, but it was really steamy. We're across the room from each other.
I was at this place called Plato's Retreat, and I didn't understand. Gay guys everywhere.
This is a steam room. You're supposed to be able to work out in your own building. I can't work out in my own goddamn building. You know what it is? When you walk around looking like this, it's going to happen. You think I don't know that I'm fucking... I think I don't know what I'm fucking walking around with? Think I don't know the goods?
They're a weapon.
Yeah, they can't help it. But he didn't touch me. He was across the steam room, and it was really steamy.
Oh.
And I could just see him looking, and I saw he did like the old foot thing like this, like the pronounced foot separation.
Yeah.
Lean back against the tile wall, and I could see his hand kind of going into his bathing suit. But it was so steamy that was all I saw, and then I didn't respond. So I guess that was the end of it. But
I guess
I've had relatively few of those experiences. I mean, I go to the steam room a lot in my building. That's the only time that ever happened.
That's why I can't stand
Jimmy's
the
like
gym.
a hot chick. He's a hot chick in these
To
situations.
gay guys, you're the hot broad.
The hot tease.
Not even to gay guys who are disasters. To fucking like, I saw those Ricky Martin photos in there. Believe me, I'm a -5 to those guys, like I am to any hot chick. But to those married gay guys or the 55-year-old ex-producer gay guys, I'm a fucking delicious
You're the
treat.
prize.
I'm a delicious
Well, the Ricky
treat.
Martin photos, you got to see these today. Holy crap!
They're in the paper today. Him on some beach in Bali, I guess. I don't even know where the hell.
Wherever he's on vacation in a tiny Speedo with another guy working out on a beach.
Yeah, they're doing push-ups together, and one guy, I don't know. His junk in his bathing suit looks like every time he goes down for a push-up, he's doing hunting piss clams or something, poking the sand for some type of wildlife, and they're looking at each other all lovingly, smiling with their bronzed bodies.
Yeah.
They're doing, and then scroll down a little there, Iraq.
Wait, no, let me look at that one for a little bit first before you
You've
scroll
looked
down.
long enough.
This tells a story.
Looked long enough. Scroll down. Look, they're doing yoga together, like, I don't know, 2 feet apart. almost in a spooning position.
It really looks like a spooning position.
It's awful.
What else? Let's see what else they got here.
Yeah. Wow. Just Ricky walking down the beach.
He is in depressingly good shape, though. Like that little thing, the V that Ope kind of has that I've noticed a few times.
All right, shut up.
Well, no, I'm just saying that you happen to have not as pronounced as Rick does.
If he would hopped in that hot tub and touched his foot on yours, Jim.
I would have just asked him another question.
How's
How's the touring going, Rick?
And then there they are, shaking out the sand from their blanket together, like every couple does at the beach.
Yeah, man, you don't do
like
that
that's
with
a
another
guy-girl thing. If you're a guy,
that's
you do it yourself.
That's either just a guy thing or a guy-girl
Or a guy-girl.
thing. Never guy-guy thing.
No. You get your buddy and help. You want to help me shake the sand out of my blanket there,
Sure,
pally?
I'd love to. I'd be happy to help you. I was touching somebody's foot in the hot tub. It didn't mean anything.
Paul on Long Island.
Yeah, we used to have this guy over at New York Sports Club in Manhattan that showered with the curtain open. And then he'd, like, wax himself down with the lotion like a friggin' tree frog. Naked.
Tree frog. His back legs getting the back of his head.
Exactly.
All right, Paul.
Take care, guys.
Very good, like a tree frog.
Naked guy.
Remember that.
I don't mind
Guess what we
naked
learned.
guy. I don't like the faggy. I don't like
No,
the vibe.
any
of
naked
it.
guy.
That doesn't bother me.
Any
It's a
naked
gym.
guy bothers me. It's a goddamn gym. You're right. Why all of a sudden, just because it's a gym, naked people can walk around?
Meaning, if it's legitimate nudity, there's a
What?
difference because, like, when
What's
you're getting
legitimate?
out of the shower,
There's no real legitimate
getting dressed,
nudity,
There is
though.
there are towels everywhere. Wrap your shit up. I don't want to fucking see your cock and balls.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Don't want to see it.
I'll shower. If I shower, I don't panic if a guy sees my ass and dick for a second. Who cares?
I hope you end up in prison.
Why? No, I'll even do jumping jacks for the fella. Go ahead, take a look. I was in the hot tub. It's hanging. Go on, enjoy.
Getting in naked in the hot tub. Just
dude,
doing
I was alone.
that.
I was alone.
I don't care. Just doing it.
There was nothing wrong with
You were alone, but you didn't put a lock on the door. You knew that other
there was
people
no
could
door.
have come
There was
in.
no door. It was a
exactly.
wide open area.
Exactly. You knew other people could
Nice
have come
spa,
in.
though.
Let's go to Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Horrible, disgusting man.
Hey.
Hey, the other bad thing about the naked guy is when they sit on the fake leather chairs without the towel underneath, leave the skid mark on there.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Ass print.
It just was gross. It's like he's hanging out watching TV, literally. There's a towel on top of him, which was nice, but nothing underneath. And it's like he gets up and you hear that.
It's an exhibitionist thing for these people. There are some guys, I guess, that are just guys that feel no inhibitions but I think that is rare. I think the guys you see at the gyms that are naked have this exhibitionist mentality, and this is a place they can absolutely get away with being naked in front of people. And I'm not saying it gives them this raging hard-on turn-on, but there's just something they enjoy about, hey, I can fucking be naked here.
Some maybe, yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Not some. When you're, like, shaving naked.
No reason.
There's no reason.
That's kind of
for that.
creepy. I'll agree.
I
I did shave in the spa, though. You said, why would you shave in the spa? Because a gentleman wants to shave before
Shave
he
your
goes out.
pubes?
No, I do that in my own shower.
Gary in Vegas, what's up?
Completely, look.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
No, it's all right.
Look.
We don't need to see that.
Put
Jimmy.
that
Jesus
cock
Christ.
away.
Gary.
Hey, it's Karen.
All
Hey,
right.
but anyways, naked faggot goes in the water. Jimmy's in the water. Jimmy. And he touches his foot and his eyes roll back white.
Saw one rub a foot once.
Hey, take it easy, guys. Punch it out.
All right, baby.
Let's drink to your red, dangling, delicious ball bag. Because, you know, the
Heat-infused ball bag.
Yeah, here's
All blood pumping to it. Looks like a heart.
the story. The stories are coming in like crazy. Sean in New Hampshire, naked guy in men's room drying his hair. Like, why?
Why? There's no need to be naked.
Sean, why? Why was this guy doing that?
Sean from New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Yes, Sean.
I was in the shower, and I finished drying off, and I put my underwear on in the shower stall. I go out to, brush my teeth probably by the sink, and this guy I can only describe as looking like Chewbacca, which he's all completely hairy, was drying his hair and just left his cock and balls on the sink. I mean, he was that tall that maybe when he leaned forward, the edge of the sink was kind of like uncomfortable against his shaft or something.
Yeah. There you go.
And they're, like someone's shaving at the sink, let's say, and they're naked. His dick is touching the edge of the sink. You kind of, you're up against the fucking sink.
So what are you saying? You got to wait till he backs off to kiss it? It's all pressed up
I'm
against there,
saying
hiding.
There's dick grease on the fucking sink.
Here's a great one. All right, you're getting the basic ones coming in right now, but Adam in Jersey has a good one. Adam?
Yeah. We used to have this dude called Stinky Eddie at the gym that we worked at. This guy would walk around in ballet tights with socks stuffed in there. This dude was naked before he even hit the men's room. He used to go in there, spread eagle, and bend down a little bit so his junk was flapping in between his legs, and take his towel and beat his junk with it to dry it off. Everybody used to know when Stinky Eddie was in the gym, and they would just avoid the men's room when this
You'd
dude
hear
was
that
there.
slapping of him whapping his dick with the towel.
But why would Stinky Eddie stuff his undershorts and then all of a sudden be naked all the time? Why would he give himself away?
I'm pretty sure he was gay. I think he was trolling.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
That's funny. Very
All right.
good, Adam.
Punch.
Let's go to Eric in New York. Eric?
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
I paid $1,500 for a membership in Bally's.
Yeah.
Always went home sweaty. Never took a shower there. I saw what was going on there, man. I never showed up in the gym again. It was ridiculous.
You blew off your whole membership because you saw a naked guy?
Yeah.
No, some of the gyms are just gay havens.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself homophobic, but I just couldn't take that.
Yeah, that's the difference between. I've heard of guys like blowing each other and stuff like that. That doesn't. I mean, the gym I work at's in my building, so I think it's people who are living there. They're not just fucking creeps rolling through. Except for the one guy who just couldn't resist when he saw me. I mean,
let's go to Fargo. We love calls from Fargo.
How are you?
Hey, Fargo.
How's it going?
Well, we had a little trouble down at the gym the other day. Guy was in there totally naked. I don't know. It was a little cold outside, so maybe he was experiencing some shrinkage. I don't know. Kind of funny looking.
No, here's what's going on. Yesterday when you guys ended the show, you said we were going to play fucking Guess What's in My Pants, and I tuned in, and you guys are talking about naked, sweaty men.
Yeah, we're gay again. What the hell is that about?
It's just the conversation turned this way because I had to express my disgust for the naked guy at the gym.
And you sparked a memory in me.
I'm sorry there, Carl.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. It's getting lost in all this hype and gay talk.
I think that call's going to end that discussion.
Said he was going up by the lake.
Hey, guess what's in my pants? That lady was supposed to, or that woman, or that girl, whatever she was supposed to call right away today.
Lying cock tease.
And then we're trying to get a girl on Pal Talk to do it live.
On Pal Talk.
I know that's going to be almost impossible.
Yeah, we got a couple of girls on Pal Talk, but and no offense, ladies, but they're the same girls all the time.
Right.
They're beautiful and everything, but don't go, oh. I'm saying they're the same girl. To play Guess What's in My Pants, we need a girl we don't know. And there's Lucci pulling her tits out. Thank
Lucci
you
is
very much.
what we call a very good egg.
What a good egg she is.
But eventually, I talked to the Pal Talk people yesterday, and they're going to contact Ben Sparks about getting us some more cameras in here. And I think that we will get more girls in these rooms to show us their vages.
And then the other girl up on the cam is doing something there, laying in bed again. Is that you just have your panties on, and they're kind of halfway covered with her covers?
Yeah, but she's always laying in bed. It's like talking to Dreyfus, and whose life is it anyway? She never gets out of bed. She just lays there. I want bunny rabbits on my bib. Anybody remembers that?
All right. Well, we'll try to get a girl to play Guess What's in My Pants. We'll take a quick break. We got some things to do today.
Thanks.
Bill Burr stopping by to say hi. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh, Bill Burr's coming here when Jimmy's here.
Yes.
That ought to keep him off his high horse.
It's going to be a little tension. I can't
No
wait to see
tension.
that.
Our feet may touch under the console. Close enough.
He should be naked.
We have the Jeff Reardon story. We have Club Soda Kenny stand-up. I guess he killed with his hacky material.
Oh, he's good.
We got audio of that.
I went to see King Kong.
And we'll talk about King Kong next as well.
Had a little problem in the theater, too.
Really? No surprise.
Never fails.
How about we'll start there when we get back?
Absolutely.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Bill.
Hey,
My name's Danny, and I've been sent to the O&A archives to gather up material for O&A's bonus bits. It's a whole pile of clips from the O&A show that we wanted to fit into our year-end special, but we couldn't do it because of timing issues. And we couldn't even find them. I wonder what's in this drawer. Ooh! Bits! And they're best bits! You know what? We could probably make a whole nother show out of this.
It's Opie and Anthony's Bonus Bits this Friday, December 30th from 7 to 11 a.m.
And then afterwards, we'll get on our webcams and show everyone our dicks.
Not those bits, Travis.
Bravo! Yeah, I like that. That's a funny fucking promo.
Oh, just kidding. Pretty Vegas in excess in the background here. It's the O&A program on XM Satellite Radio. We like to call it the O&A virus. On this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday, get your WOW stickers by going to opieandanthony.com. You throw the WOW stickers on your cars and your trucks, and there are women out there that will flash their titties.
I am flirting with disaster here.
Why?
Well, I'm going back and forth. Dugout Doug is IMing me about a program that does video captures of things like Pal Talk and stuff like that, so you could capture the video, obviously.
Yes.
But I'm also instant messaging my girlfriend about something later, and I have to take a code that Doug gave me and give it to her, so I have it later when I go to put this program on my computer at home. Very dangerous when you're going back and forth like that on IMs. I think I sent Dugout Doug an "I love you, sweetie pie."
And you
Not
sent
that
your
I don't.
And you sent your girlfriend, let me see another picture of that cock, Doug.
Oh, wow. I do have a problem with that very funny promo that just aired, though.
A problem?
The fake footsteps are awful.
They really are.
Someone has to call Steve out on the fake
Why?
footsteps.
What was it, like 1950s?
Not to get picky, but...
Maybe you should use something different than your own paws. What's that? Nothing. What did you use?
Drop something. Steve, come on. This is a radio show. All right.
Was it an old Foley?
He's all flustered.
Yeah, Steve has entered the studio.
A 90-year-old Foley technician with half-cut coconuts on a piece of plywood.
I knew.
Steve could take out this whole room, but he just gets nervous when he has to throw the headphones on and talk to us live.
I wish I knew why. The footsteps, I was going to draw attention to them because that's the only set of footsteps I have in the sound effects library right now.
They're awful.
They're high heels. They're high heel footsteps, and I try to pitch correct them. I try to speed them up. I try
but
to
it doesn't
anything.
even sound like anyone's walking.
There's no way to get a DAT recorder and a hard floor, and someone just
tried it.
And put
Real
some echo
footsteps
on it.
don't sound like real footsteps. It's that weird. It's that Foley artist thing where they actually manufacture these sounds.
Yeah, it's production footsteps. It's kind of like production guns. They don't sound like real guns.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
What if you just took Travis's head and smashed it against the wall a few times?
I can't because Travis is now promo homo, and I can't
Promo
damage him.
homo.
We got this whole.
Yeah, he gives everyone roles. Travis is now
You're
promo
homo.
Anytime he needs some kind of gay line, he goes to Travis.
I really, anytime you need a sweeper or a promo thrown completely into another direction, you bring Travis in to just say weird gay shit.
Yeah.
And then he gets
Why not
chided.
make Sam promo homo?
We'll bring Sam back, but right now we're still trying to figure out how to bring Sam back from the Toby disaster.
Yeah.
Sam is promo homo just by default. Like whenever he talks, you're like, "Who's that fag?" Oh, it's just Sam. He's not gay. We don't think.
You know, Steve sits at home for hours thinking about all this stuff.
I know he does.
I do.
He's got the Ramon. He thought Toby was going to be a big hit.
Boy, the Toby just didn't go over.
You know what? It just proves
he thought it was going to be the follow-up hit to Ramon.
What do you think? Toby from Yellowstone was going to call up?
No.
Toby.
No. I wish I thought
Toby character. Worst radio character ever.
I'd like to hear more Toby.
I know you would. There's actually a bunch of people out there that would, but I'm not because I know it irritates you.
A lot of
I know
Toby
it irritates
fans.
you.
A bunch, you mean
I
none.
say he gives Toby one more
No,
shot.
Toby
one
does
more
not
shot,
get another
Steve.
We
shot.
could take it in another direction. Like we could, just have him in a room
Look
strapped
at
to a
Sam. He
table.
just threw his arms in the air like,
but
yes, victory.
another shot. What does Toby sound like? Do we have Toby? Because a lot of new listeners today may not know Toby.
It sounds like Sam.
It sounds like Sam, just pitched up a little
Sam
bit.
has a very unusual voice. And then we got to get back to Danny fake walking because it's pretty funny to hear. Where's the Toby, Derek? You got it? Hit it.
The following is a simple guide to getting your very own WOW sticker from the Opie and Anthony Show.
O&A Party Rock.
That's right, Toby. O&A Party Rock indeed. Boy, I love them. Head over to opieandanthony.com and click on the WOW sticker button.
Sometimes I pick my nose with a coat hanger.
That's nice. You keep doing that.
It's all sticky.
Or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Opie and Anthony Show. Attention WOW stickers, 111 West 57th Street, Suite 500, New York, New York, 10019.
Gosh, that was easy.
It sure was, Toby. Now put that WOW sticker somewhere obvious.
Putting it on my eyebrows.
Now, Toby, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Adios, eyebrows.
And finally, enjoy bosoms.
One time I walked in on my grandma in the shower. I saw her boobs. I cried a lot.
There you have it, Toby.
That is so fucking bad.
Toby's incorrigible.
The voice.
I hate to admit this.
It's well written.
Can I admit something?
Sure.
Yeah. He's ripping me off hoo-hoo. The old Spuds Buckley used to sound like that.
Spuds Buckley sounded like that?
Spuds Buckley used to sound like that.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Back in the day when I was Spuds Buckley, that voice is very similar to what I did as Spuds Buckley. Too bad there's no tape of Spuds Buckley anywhere to be found.
None.
It's really a shame.
It was back in the old analog days.
Spuds Buckley. It exists somewhere.
I'm sure someone could find
They
something.
have tape of the Hindenburg crashing.
Yeah.
That audio, Spuds Buckley, isn't existing.
If you guys decide to be nice to me someday, I will bring it in. I have a whole greatest hits cassette of Spuds Buckley.
I gotta hear it.
You have to. Yeah, you have to.
I've got to hear Spuds Buckley. And I know it sounded like that.
That
was the Toby of its day.
I'm telling you, that Spuds Buckley sounded a lot like Toby. That's why maybe that's why I like the Toby thing, because it brings me back to when I was first starting in radio.
Aww.
And I had to do the dumb voices and try to make a name
Was that
for
your
myself.
character? Spuds Buckley was like your character? Spuds Buckley.
On the Bearman Morning Show, who now does mornings back in Allentown.
Yeah. It's called the Bearman.
Yeah, we could call the Bearman. I don't know if he has any Spuds Buckley.
He better.
He'll have it.
Anyway, can we go back to the Danny promo? And I want to hear the fake walking.
Yeah, let's
it
hear
just
the
doesn't match up.
Footsteps.
The echo's good. It sounds like you're in some kind of crazy vault. All that works. But I had a problem with the footsteps.
Yeah, we all did.
Really?
Yeah, we were all just debating whether or not to take them out completely because we couldn't replace them, or then we were going to draw attention to it by having him say, "Why am I wearing high heels?"
What else is in that mind of yours?
All kinds
What else?
of things.
What else are you working on?
I'm working on a bunch of production for Friday's thing, and we have a whole bunch. We have a Nathaniel, like another one of those really dry Nathaniel promos that's coming up.
Love Nathaniel.
We're trying to work Travis into every promo where he interrupts with some gay comment.
Have you seen on Whackbag, somebody, not sure who it is, has a picture of Than with the angel wings and a halo, and he's giving the thumbs up, and he uses it whenever he likes something. On the bottom it says, "Fantastic." Hysterical. It's fantastic.
All right, let's listen to Danny walk down the hall again here.
Hey, my name's Danny, and I've been sent to the O&A archives to gather up material for O&A's bonus bits. It's a whole pile of clips from the O&A show that we wanted to fit into our year-end special, but we couldn't do it because of timing issues. And we couldn't even find them. I wonder what's in this drawer.
It sounds like a tranny goose-stepping.
That is the worst fake walking I've ever heard.
So bad. It is so bad.
That's fantastic. Dan. I love that one, man. Whose is that? Give him a little credit. Scroll down and look at the name on top.
You should bring in some coconuts or something and make your own fake walking.
Because
Mad Mav. Very funny.
I know.
Well, it was just slow.
It just
it was
didn't
a little
sound
too slow and a little too sharp.
Very sharp, very deliberate, very... I know.
How much money worth of Pro Tools in there, and you can't fucking...
It's not Pro Tools. It's the actual sound libraries. I'm gonna see if I can find some other footstep, like haunted house kind of things, because that's really what I was going for. But that sounds like high heels wobbling down a hallway.
Definitely.
Rifle through that little file cabinet. That's Steve's brain. Let's see. Woman-hating rape. Violence against women. Women killing. Gay joke. Women-hating. Shit my pants. Ramon promo.
Steve.
Come on. I haven't done a misogynistic promo in ages.
But you just haven't played one. I guarantee you there's a whole little library he just plays for his own.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, man, my head is a different story entirely.
Quite frankly,
several of these things going
Steve scared the shit out of us when we first started XM with all the promos he came up with to begin this adventure. All the brutal, over-the-top, women-hating promos that were played.
It was I Spit on Your Grave, the musical.
You want that opportunity to be a little bit creative, a little bit more creative than you would have been normally with terrestrial radio, and that's unfortunately the well I went to.
Yes.
Over and over and over again.
Right.
Dove into.
Steve.
Head first. Thank you.
You had a great year on this show. Thanks, Steve.
Absolutely.
As he leaves, we'll play a listener sweeper.
One of my all-time faves from the listeners.
Do we have the Greg and Tony show?
Yeah.
The Greg and Tony show, Greg and Tony show, Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Way no back, spread the good it's on XM.
Creep.
That is really creepy.
That's like kind of like 50s monster showish. That's why I kind of like it.
Speaking of monsters, Kong.
Ooh.
Yes, I saw Kong. Like Jimmy, I'm not going to give it a review. It was the same thing Jimmy said. The beginning, get that fucking knife out and edit some of the beginning of that shit.
That's what I said.
That whole thing in New York when they're just, she's the failed actress and blah, blah, blah. All right, we get it. Get on the ship. Get on the ship.
You don't think some of the action scenes went on too long?
No. The action scenes, I loved every bit of it. Didn't care how long they went on. That fucking T-Rex or V-Rex, whatever they're calling him, the fight, it was amazing.
It really
when she's put in all these precarious little situations,
catching her,
swinging on the vine, and the T-Rex thing is swinging and just snapping and just missing her. Shit like that, I love it. That could go on for hours. Love it. The gorilla, an amazing job on that whole thing. The facial expressions were fantastic.
Did you get nervous watching him on the building, like the heights and stuff?
When Jimmy was saying the other day how it's dizzying to watch that one shot where they're going around the building, almost to a point of view above the biplanes. It was dizzying. Yeah. And the biplanes looked great.
They looked
the old New York looked fantastic. The Empire State Building being like the one building just sticking out above Manhattan like that. I think they did a great job. Some of the side CGI running scenes looked bad.
Yeah,
where they're running in front of obviously a screen.
That's what I
they green screened
right.
it, but for some reason the forward view didn't look bad. Whenever they were running from side to side with something behind them or supposed to be in the foreground of it, it looked weird. They didn't pull it off. But not many complaints at all. The movie was amazing. It was you felt bad for the poor big guy. He's just kind of sitting up on the Empire State Building, like watching the sun come up.
People
knowing
cry.
The planes are coming.
People cry around you.
I think I heard a couple of girls.
Heard a few sniffles.
A couple of girls sniffle, but no, Wah! No one's
nothing like
going
that.
off like
That'd be
crazy.
Ben laughing.
Yeah, Patrice back.
I turned around and I saw some moist eyes. Yes,
a little moist
all over the theater.
Moist eyes.
It was kind of sad. It was kind of like
it was. He was kind of the last of his kind there, and it was really bad. You kind of really feel bad for him when they pull that curtain up and he's chained there, and he's just kind of like, yeah, they got me. This sucks.
They got me. There's nothing I can
Especially
do.
when you saw him so brutal and just kicking the shit out of these giant reptiles and just causing a ruckus.
Punching him right in the face, grab his arm. He's just like, flips him over.
I'm going to give this away. I don't care. I probably shouldn't, but I will. There's a scene in the T-Rex where he's fighting T-Rex, and fucking the T grabs the T-Rex by the upper jaw and the lower jaw, and he's stretching.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if I want to say it and wreck it for people.
Well,
they probably turned off the
original.
channel.
It was in the original.
All right, turn off the channel if you don't want to hear it. It's nothing big, but turn it off in 3, 2, 1. All right. He grabs the upper jaw and the lower jaw, and then he reaches in and he bites the T-Rex's tongue, and he spits the T-Rex's tongue
off and spits it out.
Oh, that was fucking. I think I actually went yes when he bit that. That was fucking great.
And that
All I could
goddamn,
think of was Mike Tyson at that point.
Oh, yeah, I won't bite
And
you.
how Kong was better behaved.
Yeah, really.
I thought she did a great job, too. What's her face?
Naomi Watts.
I thought just because she didn't really have to do much except, like, look sad and expressive. The way she, like, her eyes would well up and turn all red.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Jack Black, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Again, I agree with Jimmy on this thing. I would have liked to have seen someone else do it.
A bit of a more seasoned guy.
Jack Black, he wasn't doing a Jack Black, which is good because that would have destroyed the movie. But there are just sometimes he makes that smile, or boy, that's a good Jack Black mouth you're making there, Jimmy. It looks just like him. Or he'll make the eyebrow thing go, and it kind of takes you out of the picture.
Somebody pointed out, I was talking, I saw Burr last night. It might have been either Billy or somebody else that pointed out that he was kind of mugging a little bit like ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even notice that, but somebody might have noticed. It was kind of like, and it's on radio, so picture the face should be, ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what actor could have played that.
Hoffman? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I don't know.
Oh, that swarthy, sleazy guy with internal things going on? Who would have been
I
great.
don't see him like that 30s thing.
Oh,
you need someone that's almost like Clark Gable-ish, but now, to play kind of that fast-talking, get himself out of a jam kind of guy. You're a good-looking dame with nice stems. I want to put you in my picture.
I thought
like
Jack
that
Black
kind
was a
of
good
guy.
choice. I really do.
It wasn't bad. Believe me, it could have been a lot worse.
And they should have killed him at the end of the movie.
I agree.
What?
And I'm not.
Have the ape land on him?
Oh,
Charles
it would have
Grodin.
got a huge
Yeah.
applause.
Yeah.
Huge applause that they killed Jack Black. But they obviously, and the only reason I'm saying this is because it's just like the original movie. He doesn't die at the end.
No, he doesn't.
It's remember in the '77 version they killed Charles Grodin, who was the scumbag.
Yeah.
Kong steps on him, I think, which was people did enjoy. That was actually great.
Yeah.
So what happened in the theater? You said something happened.
Oh, a little problem. Well,
cell phone problem.
It's no, a little boisterous youths. Now, going to the theater. It's not that crowded, which is good. Get a nice middle of the theater kind of seat, perfect position. No one in front of us. The theater isn't crowded that badly, so the odds that someone's going to sit in front of you not that high. Hearing some yapping during the trailers that are playing in the back. Like, all right, I can deal with it during this, but when this movie starts, I don't want to hear this shit. Movie starts, they don't stop. They get louder. The good thing, none of them was over 12 years old. It's not like the old days. Couple were girls.
Jesus.
And they were all white Jewish from Great Neck.
So you had no problem
So
speaking
I had
up.
no problem.
Oh,
it wasn't like I was back in Brooklyn, Opie.
What'd you do?
Just a brave guy.
I turned around and said,
Shut the fuck up.
No, I didn't curse. I turned around and said, would you kids shut up? I said, just shut up. And then I said this, on behalf of the theater, shut up.
You didn't.
I did. At which point, I got applause and yeah from people in the theater. I had the theater on my side at that point, but I couldn't believe I said, on behalf... I was speaking on behalf of the theater.
Did you say 'twas beauty that killed the beast at the end?
Exactly.
You 12-year-old bully.
I am an ass.
Wow, you're
so
real brave.
So I know. Oh,
Anthony
I know.
loves talking about his movie experiences, and it was a little different in Brooklyn.
Oh, one like 14-year-old black kid, and I'll shut my mouth up.
On behalf of the white race, would you
shut up? So they're like, laughing and kind of, oh, okay. And I know it's like, it's just not going to work. So they keep yapping. And then these two bruisers come in. Big, tall guys. Where do they sit? Directly in front of us. There are seats all over the place in this theater. All over. Bam, right in front of us. I turn to my girlfriend, I go, come on. And we move to the other side of the theater, which, same seats but on the left side, where no one was in front of us, where these two motherfuckers could have sat. But who walks in knowing you're big guys, too, because they were big guys? Unless it was on purpose. If it was on purpose, then fine. You pulled it off, guys. Great gag. But I don't think it was. I just think it's people again, just being the only people on the face of the earth. No fucking consideration whatsoever. Boom, sit right in front of us. So we went to the other side. Now I don't have the kids right behind me anymore, and I don't have the two bruises in front of me.
Why didn't you speak up?
Because they were very big gentlemen, and I didn't want to get into a ruckus without some type of firearm on me. I'm over to the other side, so now I don't have to deal with the talking kids, who are still yapping, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like, now I don't care. A couple of more, shh, it's quiet, shut up, from other people in the theater about these kids, and they won't stop. The usher comes in with the flashlight. All right, out. To which point a couple of spattering of applause as the children are led away to have to call up Mommy and Daddy and tell them they were thrown out.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
they're
sure,
going to do that.
I'm sure it was, you know...
Yeah, these other people were talking, and, like, we were sitting near them, and the usher came up and thought it was us and threw us out of the movie.
Can I have more money? Little fuckers. I was so glad to see him get thrown out. And it was like half hour into the movie. So I'm sure they, will tell everybody, well, you sucked anyway.
Let's go to Lunchbox. Lunchbox.
So cool.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Anthony, on behalf of the theater, what are you, Tony Randall?
On behalf of the theater, to preserve the sanctity of the theater, in the words of the immortal bard, shut up, you little fuckers.
On behalf of the none of us picked up on that.
Yes. Like they all got together and elected a spokes-douche.
I am an asshole, and I know it, but I had to say something.
You must be the toughest guy in Great Neck.
I am a thug in Great Neck.
God
Let me
damn.
tell you.
That's an Italian from the radio. Don't tangle
yeah.
with him.
Easy.
You're nothing in Brooklyn, but, man, in Great Neck, forget about it.
I am the
you can get things
toughest
done.
guy in Great Neck.
You can get things done.
It is great. It's all little Jews and a couple of Indians.
Why don't you just go to the movie theater in some of your Nazi garb, and no one will fuck with you?
I own no Nazi garb, Opie. I own one SS staff car flag. That is all I own.
Yeah,
Looking to increase my collection. That's all I own, and it's all memorabilia for World War II, not some fanaticism for fascism or Nazism. I have this stuff as memorabilia for an era gone by, not an ideology that I completely renounce.
That Norton line yesterday still makes me laugh. His girlfriend finding him in the middle of the night.
Oh, I know. I heard that on the replay yesterday and laughed at that one, you little
that
fucker.
That made me laugh to myself all day yesterday.
I have a problem. Help me. Douchebag.
It was delivered perfectly yesterday.
I do not own Nazi uniforms.
What are you doing? I don't know. Can you help me?
Can you help me? I don't know. Can you help me? I own no Nazi flags. There is not one swastika in my house. And just that I have to say that makes me feel a little off.
Oh, my
Not
God. Let's say hi to Kara from MySpace. Kara.
Hello.
Give us some good news, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Hi. I called in to do Guess What's in My Pants. And I know I was supposed to call like an hour ago, but I overslept.
You know what happened because you overslept?
What?
We got really gay because you decided to oversleep.
The show went a little gay.
A little?
Because you were sleepy.
Hey, it's my vacation.
Wow. You have the red on with the blonde hair, Kara?
I do.
Might I say for the record, you're lovely.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's a picture of her right there, huh, from MySpace. Are you my friend?
I am.
Are you Jimmy's friend?
Yes.
Bitch.
Where do you live?
Oh, here we go.
I live in Massachusetts. I'm north of Boston.
Here we go. You know what? When Jimmy starts this conversation, all I picture is a leopard in the bush with the shoulders getting haunched and, like, the head going down.
Funny that Jimmy never asked where the ugly girls live.
That's true. If you're over 350, you could be living in a cancer ward, and I wouldn't know it. Why? Because I won't ask. If I hear this, I really enjoy the show. I don't care where you live, fat pig. I don't care if you do.
Hey, I messaged Jimmy and I messaged Anthony a bunch of times. I never got replies ever.
I reply to everybody.
On MySpace message?
Yeah.
I don't get them. For some reason, I had it to set to you can't IM me. I didn't mean to. You could always, if you email me, I'll send you back an apology, Kara.
Okay. All right, fine.
Now that he knows what you look like, trust me, you're going to get a lot of fucking emails.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah. And a plane ticket to Philly to see him New Year's Eve at the Tower Theater.
That was a backhanded plug, but I'll take it.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, I messaged you, Anthony, like a bunch of times.
Ooh.
Yeah, never got a message back.
I bet you messaged him before me because he's Anthony.
No, I didn't. No, I actually messaged him saying.
What did you message?
I said that I have this week off. I usually can't call in, and I had this week off, and I was gonna call in, and you never.
Boring. And you said, you were saying your message was that you had the week off, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get my instant
don't.
messages. Of course you don't. I'd lose respect for you if you did. So what kind of work do you do?
I work at a school.
A teacher or a custodian?
A teacher.
Why are we still talking? Rub that snatch.
Rub that snatch.
All right, you want to play Guess What's in My Pants, eh?
I do.
All right. You don't have a MySpace account, do you?
I do.
You do?
I do.
And a camera?
I have a digital camera, but not a web.
Pal Talk. I'm sorry. You have Pal Talk?
We're Pal Talking like crazy these days.
I don't have Pal Talk yet. I do want to get a regular webcam so that I could do that.
I have a Logitech that follows your movement, which I haven't used yet. But I have a great camera.
You have one that follows your movement?
Yeah, it was a good one. I mean, you put on like a little stand if you want to.
It really bugs me.
Why?
Because you have a better camera than me.
Oh, it's fantastic. if I go to the left, if I do this, the old robot tick to the left,
yes,
it will follow my head. I don't set it for that. I don't set it for that, but I could.
Well, now I need one.
I can walk around like Gordon Gekko, just kind of talking, and it will follow me because it knows.
I like that. Oh,
wow.
There's a picture of you on all fours on your little bedspread.
You're very pretty.
And
Thank
your
you very much,
cleavage is
Jimmy.
showing there. Very nice.
Yeah.
Are you a married gal, are you?
I'm
No.
very involved.
All right. Involved. I don't know what that means.
I have a boyfriend of 3 years.
You're saying you have a gentleman caller.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, what that's all about. He may be listening right now.
Nah, but
No, actually, I could see him. He's in bed right now.
Ooh. What's he wearing?
You want to come over, Jimmy?
Oh, hubba hubba.
Got a hot tub, do you? Little footsie. All right, you're a teacher. You're 24 years old. We've seen your pictures. I think it's time to play Guess What's in My Pants.
All right, let's go.
We're going to play any music?
Jingles.
Or just get right to it?
Well,
hold on, sweetie. We need a jingle.
All right.
That would have been a good opportunity to play it. Instead of me talking over it. Time to play. Play Derek can take a cue.
Place the receiver upon your beaver. It's time to play Hey Guess What's in My Pants.
What time?
Guess what's in my pants. My pants.
All right. For all the brand new listeners of the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio, Anthony, how do we play Guess What's in My Pants?
Oh, one of the most fun games we play here on the Opie and Anthony show.
Absolutely. This proves that we're brilliant broadcasters.
Mm-hmm. What Kara is going to do is take her telephone and rub it on her most intimate of region, that snatch area.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Yes, of course. What is this game for but interrupting? We do it every time.
I know, but the listeners, I think they're a little smarter than us today. They're coming up with all the lines that we should be coming up
missing.
With. Bruce in Louisiana, go ahead.
Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Bruce.
I said that in advance because I'm going to tell you what involved means. It means won't fuck Jimmy.
You know what? I actually did think of that, and I have to agree. It does mean that. And Bruce, thanks for the old.
I'm let's just say very involved in not fucking Jimmy.
Yes, it's a new project called Don't Fuck a Jim.
I'm committed enough not to give you any pussy. All right, so where were we, Anthony?
Explaining the game. Kara is going to rub that phone on her region, her nether region. Is there hair there? Is there not? Who knows? That's what we have to determine.
Right.
She will rub it up and down, side to side, and in the all-important circular motion.
Can I
on
interrupt
her.
you again?
Of course. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say
Just
that.
wanted to interrupt me. I thought so. I thought so. I was going to say no, too. Damn it.
That's right.
I
You should have said, on behalf of the listeners, I'd appreciate it if you
Right.
didn't.
On behalf, I like representing everybody.
On
And I
behalf-
did throw my hand
On
out like I
behalf
was
of
delivering
the
a line.
audience.
In
Yes.
the theater.
You can't see Anthony. He's got one hand on his chest and the other hand out like he's making
Yes.
an important speech.
Outstretched. People of the theater, I implore you.
At this point, he's holding a skull. I don't know what that means, but
It's Uric.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Alas, loud teens.
he's
Right.
talking up to a balcony right now. We don't
Yes.
know why. You should just be talking into the mic, Anthony.
He's like that lady who's telling everybody to applaud for John Merrick in the theater.
Yes.
On behalf of the theater, clap for that fucking turnip root skull.
Usher, Usher, wherefore art thou, Usher? Please removeth these children, these noisy youths, on behalf of... I do stink.
No, you don't. You're just a bully.
I wanted to watch... 3 hours? I wasn't going to sit there for 3 hours listening to that crap.
If they were black, you would have.
You are absolutely right.
If they were black and 17 and all wearing either blue or red visors.
FUBU shirts.
Yeah. You just said, hey.
All over.
We better go to another theater.
And the oversized white T-shirts.
Yeah.
One of the hottest styles in the hood.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Like you know.
He does. He's always up on that stuff.
Oh.
I know shit.
He's got cheddar.
I'll get 10 fucking people to back me up on that one.
Yeah.
It's all about the long, oversized white T-shirts. Yes.
I never see.
Even
black
saw that
people.
in the Cayman Islands. The trend even hit the Cayman Islands.
They're not wearing that in Great Neck. I'm not seeing it in Great Neck.
Of course you're not. All right, go ahead.
All right, Kara. What she will do is rub the phone, blah, blah, blah. We must guess what type of hairstyle she has. Here are your choices for the people listening at home and
she
for us
can't
here
say
in the
anything.
studio. Yes, Kara, you are not to reveal what you have down there until we ask you what is in your pants. All right, people, your choices. The standard issue female triangle. This is your basic thatch patch of hair. It could be shaved down a bit and kept, like landscaped a bit, you know, but still the natural shape of a triangle that the pube grows in. Ooh. Or, next, we have the mohawk. This is common amongst a lot of strippers. They shave it in from the thighs inward, leaving a mohawk, also updated to the landing strip, they call it, because it looks like a little landing strip. Next, the Hitler mustache. This is a ridiculous-looking way to shave. It's a small tuft of hair resembling Hitler's mustache, just over the where the all that muck and mire start down there. Ooh. You know, looks okay when the legs are closed together. Once they open it up, looks very silly.
You're saying that it looks like, right before the whole mess, it looks like a welcome mat in the beginning of the La Brea tar pit.
You've put it perfectly. We'll use that from now on. And, of course, we can't forget all the rage these days. Completely shaved. Just slick. Nothing there. The JonBenet Ramsey, as we like to call it.
Which is always the favorite.
Yes. Or the other name it has gotten over the course of the year, the Connor Peterson armpit.
That's right.
Just so hairless and
wet.
All right. Are we ready?
I am ready.
Kara, you
right.
naked?
I have a tank top on, that's it.
That's fine.
Oh, she needs direction. You're naked? Yeah? You're naked?
Yeah. Now I am.
Ooh, all right. Take the phone, please, and
Yes.
go up and down a few
All right.
times.
Okay, hold on.
Let's listen.
All right.
Side to side?
Side to side,
Okay.
please.
All right.
and circular motion a few times.
All right, here you go. All right.
I hear wispy.
I need side to side again.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, very
Okay.
telling.
All right.
Very
all right.
telling.
All right, I got it.
Very telling.
I got it.
Go ahead,
All right.
Anthony.
I'm going to say Mohawk.
Landing strip, yeah.
Yeah,
same
landing strip, Mohawk.
Nope.
Opie's going off the map here.
Greg says no.
No, it's a wood floor.
You're saying wood floor.
She hasn't had time to shave yet.
But we were just hearing, what was that thing we were hearing in the middle? Was that a little flesh slap going on the phone?
Yeah. The phone kind of got stuck for a second.
That's, yeah.
Like a-
That is a deceiving part of the side to side. All right. Well, we've guessed here in the studio. You've guessed at home, I'm sure. It is now time to reveal. Kara, what indeed do you have in your pants?
Opie, you are exactly right.
Again, I'm on a winning streak, by the way.
I was going to say wood floor, too.
I wasn't.
but
Actually,
that
landing
side
strip
to
was my
side
first.
got me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I shaved yesterday because I was calling in, but since I didn't get through,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, that's the problem with this game. A lot of the women are tricking us because they're not shaving before they play the game. If that's their hairstyle, they're not shaving it, so there's a little growth from the day before, and it's fucking up everything.
Yeah.
So you got to have really good ears, which I don't have. I'm just guessing.
Do you have what they call Hubba Bubba?
What's that?
It's just a little bit of Hubba Bubba, kind of, like bubble gum.
What he's saying is this: does your vag, and he's trying to say it nicely, does it look like have you ever seen what happens to someone's intestines when a truck runs over their stomach? The way they kind of shoot out of the asshole. I mean, that's not the nicest description, but he's saying there's that kind of
way to make it sound sexy for everybody, Jimmy.
No, it's nice.
Yeah, all nice and neat.
All right.
Of course.
Like when you get clams.
Yep.
And they're nice and cold and tight, and you have to shuck them, and it's really difficult because they're tight. But then there's that one clam that just is like, blah. It's kind of everything's hanging out of it.
All you need is a butter knife to open it up.
The edges of it are black.
You just put the butter knife to it and it just falls apart.
Oh, it falls apart.
That's what I like.
It goes.
It's gone a little off.
And then you're spending time trying to push it all back up into the shell before you eat it.
All frilly and you're not like that, right?
No.
No, she's blonde, 24 years old.
Yep.
She's very
I'm getting
pretty.
all these messages on MySpace of people guessing now.
Very good.
Well,
very good. Look
Opie
at that.
had it again. He is on a winning streak. Very good job.
Is there anything else we could do with you today?
What do you guys want to do? I wanted to call in for a long time.
Well, couples have sex on our show. We've had drill doughs and all sorts of sex toys.
Well, I would like to call in again. Maybe I can call in again later on this week.
All right. She's great. I think we're done with you then, Kara.
Yeah.
Thank you so
All right.
much for playing Guess What's in My Pants.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Kara.
It's time to play. It's time to play. It's time to play. Hey, guess what's in my pants? Place the receiver upon your beaver. It's time to play. Hey, guess what's in my pants? It's time to guess what's in my pants. My pants.
What a great game.
Yes, it was.
And Opie again winning.
I was on a hot streak for a long time, and then I went away.
We all have our little streaks, and Opie's riding high on his. Enjoy it, my friend.
I'm doing all right.
Enjoy it, my friend.
Well, we started by talking about Jack Black and King Kong, so why don't we play this Jack Black song?
I never heard Tenacious D, actually. Right? That's what it is, right?
Is this officially a Tenacious D song?
Yeah. Okay.
Kick in the Sea? Yeah. All right, check this out.
Oh, there are several ways to irritate a lady. You could mention that her act's gone out of style. Oh, that's sure to get her miffed. It's bound to cause a tick. But here's a little trick to go the extra mile. Give her just a little kick in the cunt. Kick in the cunt? Ah, kick in the cunt. As about a nice kick in the cunt. You'll sure have a stunt if you go for the punt with a jolly good kick in the cunt. Now a lady of grace will show utter distaste for a slur or a randy suggestion. But if you call her a whore, it may do nothing more than make a subtle change in her complexion. So give her a kick in the cunt. A kick in the cunt? Ah, kick in the cunt. As about a lovely kick in the cunt, eh? If you aim to annoy, there's no better ploy than a rousing good kick in the cunt. Now you might want to suck her a club in the chopper, so shock her by making her grab it and knockers, but she'll pull the coppers and you'll end in jail where you eat bread and water and shit in a pail. So if you've enough of a womanly guff, no need to be rough, it'll be quite enough to call her bluff with a huff and a puff, just stuff your foot straight into her muff. Just an old-fashioned kick in the cunt. A kick in the cunt? A kick in the cunt! As about a nice kick in the cunt. You'll sure have a stump when you go for the punt with a jolly good kick in the cunt.
Ben's hog is just big enough for my baby.
Well, I do have big tits, goddammit.
Okay, terrific. Okay, terrific.
Let's do it!
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. If you like what you hear, you tell a friend. That's the One virus at work. We will rule satellite radio. That is a promise. Got some good stories in the news today. Hear about this Alaska Airlines cabin pressure scare thing?
Little problem with one of their planes?
Why would anyone fly them? I've heard they're good, but I would never get on a plane with a fucking Eskimo's picture on it.
Yeah, big
Why?
Eskimo on the tail.
Didn't Jake LaMotta lose his son to that?
No, I believe that was Swiss Air. That
Oh, is it Swiss Air?
I think so.
I thought it was Alaska Airlines.
No, I think it's Swiss Air.
Swiss Air? Okay. Well, here's the audio, and then we'll comment.
20 minutes after takeoff at 26,000 feet, Alaska Airlines Flight 536 suddenly plunges.
Our ears is a pop in the air. It's painful.
The oxygen masks drop. There's a funny odor.
She's just telling us that the smell that we're smelling is the gas from when the oxygen mask came down.
Flight attendants quickly try to calm the 140 terrified people on board.
We just had a very fun moment where the cabin depressurized.
Are you recording this?
Yes. Wasn't fun, huh?
He was recording what?
I guess he just had his video camera going. So they had some eyewitness accounts. But the reason this all happened is really, really good.
Yeah, oops.
Really good. Listen to this.
Even more frightening, the 6-by-12-inch hole that caused the pressure loss. A ground worker now admits he punctured the fuselage and didn't tell anyone before takeoff.
When he was putting equipment up to the aircraft in preparation of moving baggage, that he contacted the aircraft improperly and just kind of creased it.
There is high praise for the pilot, who immediately headed back to Seattle SeaTac Airport for an emergency landing.
Welcome to Seattle, they say.
Especially grateful were those on board.
Could you imagine?
What a fucking piece of shit.
Asshole.
We've all done something like that where you maybe break something and no one's looking and you're like, ugh, I don't want to deal with this, so you just kind of sneak away. You know, but this guy did it to a plane.
I talked about that one time. I was installing something over a bathtub with a drill, and it had a Phillips head screw attachment in there, and I was drilling some Phillips head screws above a bathtub. And I dropped the drill, and it fell Phillips head screw first and went right through the bathtub, put a hole in the bottom of the bathtub. Brand new house. I just put a piece of cardboard over it and left the building.
Yeah, well, if 150 people decide to bathe at once.
Yeah, that could be a problem, but...
What a scumbag to not tell it. He should be put in jail for that.
Yeah.
Of course.
So he's probably going to be sued. And
attempted murder.
Murder.
Or some kind of reckless
endangerment.
endangerment. Yeah.
That's right. I mean, no one
what
died.
a
but I mean,
jerk off.
Yeah. Pete in Miami. Pete, what's up?
Yeah, the strange odor they all smelled was when everyone shit their pants in unison together.
Listeners are on fire today.
Hunting out, you guys rock.
Would cause a strange odor.
Some days they stink, but today they're on fire. They're helping out big time.
They are helping out the program.
The program, yes. So that's one of the big stories. And then Jeff Reardon, who played for the Mets and the Yankees, he robbed a gem store for what, like $200 or something?
Did he play for the Sox too?
And the Sox.
Did he rob them or just steal? Like, did he actually pull a pistol, or he just?
Well, we got the audio here. We let the audio do all our work.
I like that.
And then we just try to come up with a one-liner, and then we move on. That's what we do.
We'll just go, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It was robbery.
What, this program to the listeners?
Yeah, it's robbery.
Not free.
Yeah, you think they sit there and go, I thought I would get a little more for my money.
Fuck. Every month they get a bill and an apology from XM. Like, look, they're only been back on for 15 months just to kind of get in their bearings.
Warm up.
They're still getting the rust out, Give them time.
You get used to them.
We sort of believe in them.
Yeah.
Former New York Mets and Yankees pitcher Jeff Reardon now accused of robbing a Florida jewelry store. Police say he got away with $170 after handing an employee a note that said he had a gun. Officers later found Reardon unarmed at a nearby restaurant. The All-Star blames his arrest on antidepressants he's taken since his son's death last year.
You got to think he doesn't need $170.
That's a heist.
Had some problems. Yeah. Ooh.
And you got to think he wasn't going for a lot of money. He just lost his mind. I believe him.
Yeah, I kind of believe him.
They
I
say
believe him.
he lives in like a gated community down there in Florida. He's doing just fine
Yeah.
in retirement.
Doesn't need $100.
He's on the antidepressants because he lost his son and started taking them.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of lost his mind. But it's on the front page of the New York paper today.
My son overdosed on drugs last year.
Yeah. So,
Eek.
got a feel for the guy.
Yeah, it's got to fuck you up a little bit, I'm sure. He's probably feeling a little guilty. And he walks in, what,
$170.
Leave a jewelry store with only $170. Jesus. Take some gems.
Oh, shit.
That's probably what's going to save him in the
Yeah,
end,
it will.
Anthony. We joke, but... Hey, guys, when are we going to do the New Year's resolution bit? Will we all come up with our resolutions?
Like I said earlier, you really don't want to hear my New Year's resolution.
I do, Opie.
No, you
I know what it is already.
No, you don't. What?
Be nicer to Jimmy Norden.
Nice to Jimmy?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that.
Every once in a while I have a flare-up, but
All
in
right.
general I'm nice
Fuck
to
you,
Jimmy.
Jimmy Norden.
No, but he's nice. Be nicer to Hawk, maybe. Because Hawk's a...
I've been nice to Hawk.
No.
I've been much better.
No one
Stop
is nice
nodding.
to Hawk.
Hawk, have I been nicer to you?
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.
You don't even load up a fucking question
Exactly.
like that and launch it.
Way to go,
Do
wife
you
with a black
honestly think, right? Do you honestly think when you present him, I've been nicer to you, right? That he's going to say yes or no
And
or
you-
anything but what he thinks
And
he
you
should
didn't see
say?
the look in my eye.
What was it?
It was evil.
That was basically, yes, I do renounce them.
Yeah.
I do a brainwash thing around here. I like it.
Brainwash thing.
I'm gonna tear down the fifth wall today. I brainwash a little bit.
I ran into the door again. I got a black eye. I ran into the door.
Opie, I sit on this computer to get away from you. I'm going to take a trip to Algeria. They have the Open Eric have that like Sonny and his fat wife relationship. He says to me, "Look it up on the computer, you fat pig." I says he gonna shoot me, dump my body in the river.
I'm gonna say something nice right now.
Aw.
This is the best group of people I've ever worked with.
Wow.
And he said that many times off air, not just to be nice to the guys, but this is the best crew. He said that
This is the best crew by far, and I've been doing this a really long time, and no one comes close. Sometimes people wish some of the old guys were back here and there, but we really picked an unbelievable group.
I think I just saw somebody in that back room saying that it's a fantastic group. I saw
Wow.
a thumbs up and everything. Almost saw a halo.
We definitely figured it out this time, I gotta tell you. We definitely figured it out. We got a really good group of people.
Yeah, this week.
No, not really.
Keep them on their toes.
I've believed that since day one. You know, there was a lot of growing pains and stuff, but these guys are unbelievable. They worked their balls off for us.
Isn't
No
it the
joke.
only crew we've ever had? Really?
No. We had a whole crew at NEW.
Nah, those were people that had other jobs.
We had a crew at AF for a little while. Well, not really.
No.
It was just me and you.
The people at NEW were like people that had other jobs. Like, Steve wasn't a part of our crew, but he was part of our crew. He was a production guy.
Ben was part of our crew.
Ben actually part of our crew?
Part of our crew.
Rick was.
Stinky was part of
Spaz,
our crew.
who I never really knew.
Spaz was for a while.
Francine?
No, we were paying Spaz for a while.
Yeah, but they were like interns that kind of...
These guys start as interns.
Yeah, but they
Interns to
work.
hire.
But they work.
That's what I'm saying. We have the best crew. Let's just leave it at that. They're great.
No, I don't want to.
They're great.
Steve has some problems, though.
Steve
I
definitely
told
has
him,
some issues.
I said, I want fucking realistic footsteps, and he brings me
And
that
you get crap.
high-heeled shit. I don't know.
All right, in other news, I was just trying to be nice. There's no jokes. These guys have been unbelievable for us.
Ooh, Stan has something for us right
One
now.
of
I bet
the
it's
stars have walked in right now.
What do you got for us, Stan?
Stan?
This doesn't have to be addressed immediately, but it's the top 5 or top 10 targets of late night monologues.
Ooh, throughout the year.
I know you like the old 2005 summaries.
They're kind of the pulse on what's been going on in the
I don't know if
country.
we like it, but it's
in the world.
It's the thing to do at the end of the year is to kind of take a look back at the year.
Oh, they do all these every
Top 10
God.
late night joke targets. So I guess Leno and Letterman and Conan and the rest of them.
Yeah.
If this was just a Letterman top 10 late night joke targets, number 1 would be New York City Rats.
Oh, New York and Times Square, how filthy it is.
Holy
and full
fuck.
of prostitutes.
Get out of your fucking limo, Letterman. I DVR'd his show, last night's show, and sure enough, the first joke is about fucking New York City rats.
Really?
Enough with the rat humor. There's real shit going on in the world that you could skew.
But that's safe, and it's not offensive politically or ideologically to anybody.
Letterman, and people don't understand because they don't visit New York City a lot, but Letterman talks about rats. He talks about the hookers in Times Square. If there's maybe hookers still, but you don't see them. That's the last thing you see in Times Square, okay? Because someone's going to call me out and go, no, dude, if you look closely, they're still there.
Right.
You don't see them.
It's disconnected.
It's fucking Disneyland down there, Disney World, whatever you want to call it. Times Square is completely different, and Letterman's still talking about Times Square like it's 1979.
It's just safe, dude. It's amazing how Letterman got this reputation for being a really hip guy. Like, compared to Carson, maybe he was. That was your mom and dad's guy, and Letterman was a younger guy. He was your guy. But then, and all of a sudden, it's like once Johnny left and Leno took over, and, Leno does all this racial stuff and this fucking Michael Jackson pedophile joke, and you never see that shit on Letterman.
I've really changed the corner, and Jimmy opened my eyes to this, and I'm very disappointed. I was a huge Letterman guy, I got to tell you, man. But the guy's been just calling in that freaking TV show for years now. For years.
He's a good interviewer, and he's a funny dude. But the monologues, and people say, well, he kind of knows he's not as good at the monologue. But it's like,
yeah, but stop talking about stupid New York City rats and how Times Square has hookers.
Absolutely, exactly. The rats are big. Are they big, Dave?
Are they big?
Arabs are attacking us.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Take a peek around a little bit when you're driving into New York in your limo. You might see some different things. My God, man. So the top 10 late-night joke targets, 10, Hillary Clinton, 9, Harriet Mears. Oh, she was the nominee, right, for the Supreme Court that went nowhere.
Right.
8, Tom DeLay. 7, Saddam Hussein. 6, Dick Cheney. 5th place, Martha Stewart. 4th, Robert Blake. 3, Bill Clinton. 2, Michael Jackson. And, of course, the president would be number 1.
With 553 jokes about him?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. So that was beyond exciting.
Certainly was.
Hope you enjoyed that one.
I can't wait till next year when Stan brings a new list in. You bring me this shit again, and I'll fucking stick my finger in your eye.
Oh, you were saying before Than brought it in?
Yeah.
Best crew ever?
Best crew ever. That's right. And in other news, Sleepy Donut Guy dies. Who knew he had diabetes? He shouldn't have been eating the donuts,
The
obviously.
donut guy had diabetes.
Time to make the donuts. That guy, he's dead.
Jimmy referenced him yesterday, too, by the way.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. He referenced when
Yeah.
Lady Di was calling in.
Oh, yeah.
And you asked if she was the donut
Oh,
guy.
yeah, because you work for Dunkin'
What are you, the
Donuts.
guy from the commercial?
Oh, my God. You know what? We could dress her up like this guy.
Oh, yeah.
It would look just
Look
like
just
him.
like him.
He was born in Brooklyn. He was
the Breakstone guy.
83, and he did a lot of things, but people will
Oh,
remember him
no.
as Donut Guy.
Dude, the guy, like, he went to acting school with some very
performed on
popular
Broadway.
actors and successful with Steiger and there he is. Time to make the donuts.
But the funny part is, or not the funny part, but I remember one time I saw him when he was in The Marathon Man. He has one scene in The Marathon Man.
Oh, yeah.
And they list that as one of his credits. But it's it's a scene where he's in the jewelry store. He works for the jeweler. Olivier comes in. He's trying to sell these, which were obviously stolen from Jews during the war, these jewels.
Yeah.
And the guy's a concentration camp survivor and kind of recognizes him. And the guy working with the guy who recognizes him is this guy.
It's the donut guy.
And then the guy, and that's the last you see of him.
Yeah.
And then the other guy comes out and goes, "I know you, you murderer!" And Olivier cuts his throat.
This man needs help.
Is there a doctor? Meanwhile, he's putting a knife back into his coat.
Yeah, drops him on the sidewalk and leaves.
The old lady sees him. Zell! Cab hits her. The White Angel's here!
Oh, what a funny movie.
Ben! Ben!
Don't.
The white powder under the nose is here!
And finally, we have a creepy story.
Creepy story in the news?
I think so. New Year's right around the corner, and the stupid local news here describing the ball that's going to be dropping in Times Square.
Is it any different than it has been for the past, let's say, 15 years?
Yes,
I know they updated it maybe 15 years ago. Is it different?
It has a lump on it.
It's in a bag this year, hovering above Times Square.
When it touches the chin, it'll be 2006.
Anyway, here's the story. It's about good old Dick Clark.
Oh.
Dick Clark's coming back.
Well, that is being debated.
If you heard about this, Dick Clark is scheduled to co-host his New Year's Rockin' Eve show for 4 nights from now. He missed last year because he'd suffered a stroke. But some people are wondering what's going on because of this publicity photo. It shows Clark with his co-host Hillary Duff and Ryan Seacrest, but it's a doctored photo. Clark's picture was taken before his stroke and added digitally. His publicist says, no big deal. Dick Clark just didn't want to sit for the photo, but a lot of people are wondering, are they trying to conceal his physical condition?
That is such bullshit. He didn't want to sit for the photo.
Look,
he's got a world of hurt they're trying to cover up.
If you're coming back from a stroke to do the show you have done for how many years has he done this? I mean,
5.
Stop. Could be more than that, gentlemen. Could be more than that. You would want all the publicity you can get.
Yeah.
They'd be photo shoots, maybe not the rigorous schedule of someone like Ryan Seacrest who can wing around, take pictures, but, maybe one fucking shot, one picture
it's
of
not
you.
like he's been real busy all year.
I'm seeing this as one of two things. Either he is really fucked up. This is what I think. He's really fucked up. They don't want to take pictures of him because he's fucked up. They're going to use him in a very limited capacity on New Year's Eve. Or he's all right enough to do this where it's not going to look really fucked up, and it's a publicity stunt. The big reveal is going to be on New Year's Eve, and they want people watching, so they're going to show and say, hey, look, here he is.
Look at that. The smile does reach both sides of the old face.
Oh, I think he's going to be on camera for less than a minute, and it's going to be like a tribute to Dick Clark. They're going to show all past footage.
Past clips.
And then they're going to have it set in such a way that he doesn't look that bad.
Where you can just kind of see, like, half his face in the frame.
Wow.
A big ultra zoom in on half his face. Happy New Year!
Or he's always peeking around the corner talking. You know what I mean? Hiding behind a building.
Oh, no. Jesus. Oh, no. Maybe for New Year's, instead of the ball dropping, they could have the other side of his face drop.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Why are you looking away?
Oh, I like Dick Clark.
I know.
Put Kiss on TV in the 70s. I like him.
Yeah, but
5, cinder block. 3, 8, chicken parmesan.
Pound sign.
Dick just.
Where's Ben? Because Ben said one of the rag magazines had a picture of Dick Clark, and he was completely gray and white hair.
Really?
Was he 76?
I don't know. He's up there now. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were calling him the world's oldest teenager for many years. He seemed, I know.
I just don't like the name of the show, New York. It's like
New Year's Rockin' Eve.
But there's no G in rocking. It's an N with an apostrophe.
Don't need the G. It's more rockin' if it's just a little apostrophe.
That's right.
And they call him the world's oldest teenager because he was always in the music scene and hip and all. It never seemed to age, Opie.
Kind of like Jean Benet being the world's youngest porn star.
Right. And she will never age.
Why did I have to go there? Why?
Because you always go there.
You're Jimmy Norton.
But I'm sure he was dyeing his hair. He didn't have jet black hair in his 70s. And then perhaps with the stroke and everything, I don't think you're supposed to dye your hair.
What, Opie?
Goddamn listeners are just way better than us
Just
today.
steal the line.
I want to so bad. I really do.
Just say
Pilfer it. Just pilfer it like it's yours. Go ahead. Hang up on him and pilfer it.
I can't.
Pilfer.
Colin, DC, go ahead.
Watch him fuck it up now.
I know.
Watch him fuck it up.
I just wondered if Dick Clark should be known as half a dick face.
Damn it! I
His
curse
delivery
you.
stunk.
Yeah, I know.
Your delivery really
Bill
stunk.
Burr, everyone, outside the studio.
And I would have preferred an old half a dick face.
So we'll see what that's
Look at
all
that,
about.
it's Bill Burr.
We better roll tape on the rockin' New Year's
Oh,
Eve.
please,
Hey,
I
Ben,
wanna see
you saw
that.
a picture of Dick Clark in one of the tabloids?
He was in a walker with all white hair.
In a walker?
Well, using a walker.
Oh, using a walker,
Yeah.
all white hair?
How long ago?
Choir, like 2 weeks ago.
How did he? Was he standing up in the walker straight? Was he hunched over?
Hunched over, head down, gray hair.
Really?
He really looked old. A lot older than that
boy.
photo.
Oh boy.
Oh man, for the first time, I think I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yep. How great would it be if he fell off the stage?
Oh.
Doddering old man. Hillary Duff has to jump in and help him. He slips and calls her a cunt.
5, 4, cunt. No, stop it.
Yeah, he addresses each one of them by action. 5, 4, cunt, shitty show. 2, 1.
We'll all be watching.
Sure.
Rockin'.
Jersey, Nick, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if you caught the picture of Paris Hilton in today's Daily News on page 10.
Yeah, she's sunning in Bali, I believe.
Yeah, but check out between her legs. She's got the big, meaty veal curtain showing.
Where is this?
Good call.
What
it
paper?
A nice bulge.
Daily News, page 10. Check
She has
it
a
out.
nice fat lip bulge. Good call, sir.
Veal curtains, Jimmy.
I don't know if they're
Daily
veal
News.
curtains, but it's like whenever a girl crosses her legs like that, there's going to be like a little bit of a bulge from the bikini bottoms.
Yeah, with your thumb and your middle finger.
Yeah.
You could see a lot of anatomy right there.
My motto is the
certainly
bigger
can.
the bulge, the better the person.
Wow.
Nice big fat bulge.
That's there's been a lot of cock through there though.
Yeah, that's not
Right.
that big though. But again, it's hard to see it from a distance.
It's really hard to see. That's a good call. We'll give it to you.
All right, man.
Thanks, Jersey, Nick.
Take
You
care,
better if
dude.
she was wearing white.
Seen right through it.
All right.
Yeah, just see those big juicy lips outlined.
Bill Burr's outside the studio. We haven't seen him in a while. So why don't we go to break and regroup, and we'll talk to Bill. We'll have
I'll
him
see you
join the
guys
party.
later.
Yes. What? No. Jimmy,
If he's on, I go.
you stay.
But I'm scared.
He stay. Now you will have to move seats. You have to go in the guest seat.
How
and
funny would that be if you guys moved me over like Jim?
made
does? You guys-
Jimmy move.
This is gonna
Never.
This is going to be weird for everyone. I got to be
No,
honest
it's
with you.
not.
It's going to be very strange for everybody.
No, it'll be
Both
fine.
pals.
It's not like we weren't kissing Bill Burr's ass when he was filling in for you, and now you're here and we're kissing your ass. And
But Opie,
There's no. Bill is a very competent fill-in guy when Jimmy is not here.
he's a good boy.
But when Jimmy is here, it's Jimmy.
I know, but now they're both here. A little strange.
I don't know. I won't interfere.
Watch the fireworks fly next.
Oh, no.
Sparks are going to fly, folks. New Year's resolutions coming up.
From Stinko Records, it's the new collection of covers from America's favorite derelict.
I'm the original Golden Bunny.
Tippy Tom, Regurgitated.
Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be in love without one.
He's drunk, smells like feet.
It's not unusual.
And he's forgotten most of the lyrics. Tippy Tom, Regurgitated chews up your favorite pop hits.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady.
And spews them back out, dirtier, grittier, and stinkier than farts and...
We're doing a show within a show. Bill Burr in studio. Billy!
Hello, fellas.
Good to see you again, Bill.
What's going on?
Not much, actually. We're kind of just calling it in. We got one more show for this year. And then we'll regroup for next year.
Another guy jacking off on the camera had to be booted out of the room.
What's going on with that?
We're on Pal Talk, as you know. We got well over 100 and some odd people in this room here right now. A lot on camera. But sometimes guys will come in and, I don't know, they don't know the gist of the room. They see a couple of girls and decide it's time to pull their pants down, put the camera on their cock, and jerk off.
Jacking.
And just start jacking off.
There's about 800 listeners trying to get it up right now.
Yeah.
Going to try to...
Oh, get on here?
Yes.
No, they will be booted. This is not a jacking. There are plenty of jacking sites you can go to on Pal Talk if that's what you're into. I'm sure Jimmy Norden, you could find his name on there on a nightly basis.
Yeah, Jim's done a little whacking in one of the rooms.
Like, I don't want anybody to know who I am. There's the appendix scar.
Fat stomach and my name. Fucking Master Reality CD near my thigh.
See some little stones in the corner of the room in the hallway.
Celebrity photos in the
I
background.
was going to say, yeah, his Wall of Fame is in the background. Damn it, you got me.
Who's all those celebrities with that lesbian?
Let's go to Mississippi. We don't get calls from Mississippi
Mississippi.
often. Reno.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
What's up, Reno?
Great. Man, new listener to the XM radio. Opie and Anthony, Bill Burr, and Jimmy, you guys make me laugh all the way to work. Just wanted to tell you guys you're great.
How long have you been listening to the program?
Probably about a month.
Oh, cool, man. Tell your friends. Yeah, we got to
I-
say hi to all the new listeners. A lot of people got XM for Christmas, and they're just checking out the show for the first time. So welcome aboard.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. You guys have a great day.
All right, Reno. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Yeah, we shouldn't even be working, but the satellite radio thing, everyone's opening up their Christmas presents. They got the XM. They're getting it hooked up, so they want to hear something live. So here we are.
You're not going to hear much live radio this week.
In general?
Yeah.
No.
A lot of people go best stuff.
There you go.
Not us.
Not us.
Troopers in here working.
I can't
for
even
the
get
people, man.
Phoning it in.
Right, phoning it in for the people.
I can't even get my apartment painted. I want to get my gay color taken out because the building won't allow any construction during this time.
won't allow it.
Won't allow it.
Hey, this is too bad. This just came in. Comedian Mitch Hedberg died accidentally in March of multiple drug toxicity, including cocaine and heroin. Eek, Spin Magazine reports, citing reports filed by the New Jersey Medical Examiner's Office. This is different because a lot of people believe that he died of a heart attack or heart failure.
Who believed that? No one in the comedy industry.
No one that knew Mitch
This is right up there with Kid Kennedy was shot. We all know shit.
Well, that was the story they were telling everyone at the time, but it's official. It was an overdose. Cocaine and heroin.
Coke and heroin. How many people has that taken out? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
37 died in a hotel room in Livingston, New Jersey. Less than a couple days after I met him, which was creepy. He was ready to come on our show. Gave me a big hug backstage at Caroline's. Had a great set, and we exchanged numbers, and we were going to get him on the show like that Monday or that Tuesday. And I think he died the next day, actually.
They actually quote Maureen.
Who's Maureen?
My ex-manager, and I don't know if Adam and her are still dating, but
Oh, yeah.
she's a comedy manager.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very lonely existence, Taryn said. Her name is Maureen Taryn. If you aren't born with manic depression, you will have it after being in this business.
Ooh. Wow.
That's uplifting.
That's true.
Yeah.
though.
Hey, join the wonderful world of comedy.
I know.
You'll love it.
It's no punchline, you know.
You're all a bunch of creeps.
That was a realistic film.
Oh, Punchline?
Where Sally Field wins the big contest.
Of course she
And
does.
That was the part that was realistic.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. That is the part that was realistic.
Character. I'm a housewife.
That was
This
such a
fat
hack.
husband writes the jokes.
Such a hack movie, that Punchline.
It was
man.
awful.
It
And
was-
Tom Hanks is crying on stage, and everybody's moved. And Barry Sobel is still working. It's just fucking awful.
Barry Sobel.
Awful.
Happened to him.
I love the guy. We need laughers tonight. The old guy they wouldn't put in the contest. He's like, I'm not on the list. They're like, we need laughers. Like they made the old man sit in the audience.
Oh.
Which is what they should. That's where Keith Robinson's at, pretty much.
Hey, speaking of comedy, we got some audio of Club Soda Kenny doing stand-up at the Cringe Humor Show. That happened a couple weeks ago.
Good.
And I hear he killed on stage, so...
Did he?
What are you laughing at?
Club Soda Kenny.
Oh.
It's Kenny.
Why?
No,
And
I
he killed?
missed something. Yeah, he killed.
Oh, you thought I was laughing
I
at
don't
Bill's
believe
sandwich?
Yeah,
No.
I didn't know you were... that's fine.
I just looked at it
Wow.
and mid-laugh and noticed it looks good. And
Hell, all of a sudden I wouldn't take a bite. Like,
I know. What was...
like you guys fucking did. So,
No, I was confused, that's all.
Hazing.
I'm sorry. Okay, so it's Club Soda Kenny at the Cringe Humor Show. Let's take a little listen here.
All right, coming to the stage is a man you'll hear on the Opie and Anthony show almost every day. Put your hands together for Mr. Club Soda Kenny.
Every day.
every day.
I love the people that use this show as their credits.
Every day?
Hear him on the show almost every day.
There
What?
are advertisements for comedians and stuff in local papers, or you'll hear a commercial on a radio show or something,
Yeah.
and their credit is that they're regular on our show, and I don't even know the guy's name. I'm like,
That's
maybe we
pretty
had him
bad.
on like one time, like years ago.
If that's your fucking credit.
I know, but it's strange.
You have
I
to
like the
exaggerate any credit you have.
Yeah, any credit you read or see for a comic is so exaggerated. There's some that you see, you know, as seen on the Tonight Show, and they mean with Carson, like it was that long ago.
You know
Yeah,
what? I like the guys who they'll say this guy has written for the Tonight Show, and all it means is that he submitted jokes that they've turned down. Seriously, they just writes them in and they never use them. I wrote for the show.
Yeah.
The best example of that is Bob Gullub, who's a comic friend of ours, still says in his intro, was seen in Goodfellas.
Are you kidding?
You know Bob Gullub.
Yeah.
Here's Bob Gullub in Goodfellas. Hey, you got a phone? Two niggas just stole my truck.
Yeah, that guy.
That's Bob Gullub. He's
In
a
the
stand-up
diner.
comic in the diner, and he
And it was on screen for what, 5 seconds? Or did he have
if you
more?
slow it down. Yeah,
Really?
it was really just a quick one line. It was a funny line, and but that he used that in his credits.
Well, what's his name from Scarface?
Angel Salazar.
Yeah.
He had a real part, though. At least Angel had a real part in that.
Yeah,
Carlito's
but
way.
to still use it?
Good point.
He actually had his character had a name.
Yeah.
That's another big one.
It's big if your
Yeah.
character
Yeah.
had a name.
Yeah,
Guy driving truck.
You're not just
Yeah.
surly truck driver.
That's how
in
you know you're a
Spider-Man.
nobody when you're named after your job.
Yeah.
Guy who?
Guy with mop.
Worse to be guy with mop number 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Second guy.
Guy who caused mess that Mop Man needed to clean up as I slink out.
All right, let's
Number
listen.
4.
Let's listen to Kenny.
Wow. Big intro.
Exactly.
Is he
Was he
walking
still
on his
driving it from
hands?
Jersey?
You only wanted me to talk for 5 minutes, so why are you playing the music so long?
Oh, he addressed it.
Not in a very funny way.
I want to thank Patrick for inviting me down. It's the holiday season. Is everybody enjoying the show so far? Well, that'll change drastically now. In case anybody doesn't know it, I'm married. And let me tell you, I'd rather eat my own shit than be married. So my wife is always telling me I don't spend enough quality time with her. So I tied up her hands and feet and I jerked off on her nose.
I like it.
And then I pistol whipped her and fucked her in the ass.
that guy.
Normally, I don't bother with my wife. I usually just jerk off on her pillow just to let her know I'm around.
All right, hold on.
There's a theme here.
This is killing?
Yeah.
Who said killing?
I heard Club Soda Kenny. Club Soda Kenny did some stand-up, and I heard he killed.
Here's the review. Club Soda Kenny and One Show crony and Meet the Creeps legend stopped by the December Cringe Humor Show and proceeded to violate everyone in the audience, belting out rape and pedophile joke one after another. Kenny's performance will go down as one of the most cringeworthy sets in show history.
Cringeworthy does not mean kill.
Yes, it does. This guy's a regular on the show, and when he goes on stage, he kills.
He is not killing.
Well, let's listen further here.
It may pick up.
That's because the last time my wife said yes to me is when I proposed.
That should be a setup, Kenny.
My wife is always telling me that I'm not romantic. So to get back at her, I fucked her dog. I'm not gay or nothing. It was a female dog.
That didn't even make sense.
And I know what you're thinking. Like, I could have fucked her best friend to get even with her, but believe me, the dog was the better choice. And recently, I asked my wife to get her belly button pierced. This way, I would have someplace to hang an air freshener.
Wow. Oh, he's
Hey,
getting
you get it?
moaned.
Her cunt stinks.
How does he go home after this set?
Oh, he probably figured it wouldn't be played on the national radio show.
That's true.
You used to be safe, you know. Regular radio can't play this.
No.
Club Soda Kenny.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
Hello, everybody.
We're in the middle of critiquing your set.
Well, I can't understand the unwarranted attention.
It sounds like you had a wild set down there.
Well, you know, it was the holiday season, so I thought I'd give everybody a treat.
Wow, you are pretty rank, pretty raw.
Well, you know, overall it wasn't bad. Like, the life stuff went over pretty good. But once I started with the rape and the pedophile stuff, then it was downhill from there.
Yeah.
Well,
surprising.
We got more of your stand-up, so you guys want to hear it? Or
Do I?
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, hold on there, Kenny.
I want this on CD.
Before my wife, I was engaged to a girl with a wooden leg, but I broke it off.
That's clean.
And you know what else is annoying? The only time my wife stops talking is when her mother starts. But I guess I really shouldn't complain about my
Wow.
wife. She really is the perfect woman. I mean, what other wife would lick your asshole while you fuck her mother?
Did you hear that guy just go, oh! He recoiled.
Yeah.
And they're all giving you a chance. They want to like you.
I like how they didn't give him anything on that first mother-in-law joke.
Right.
It was like from 1955 honeymooners joke. Yeah, the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
The old battle axe came over last night.
This guy writes for Henny Youngman.
Yeah.
Next guy coming to the stage.
He sounds a little bit like Rupert Pumpkin in his.
Rupert Pumpkin.
Take my wife's cunt, please.
He's got that same delivery as Rupert.
Ma!
And I know I'm a bad husband because I cheat on my wife. Like one time I met this girl and she was so horny, all she wanted to do was fuck. And then I found out her nickname was Robo-Cunt. And then last night I met this Filipino girl, but by the end of the night she wasn't Filipino, she was full of penis. I filled her belly button up with so much cum that it sank. I turned her pussy into a Snickers bar. It was packed with penis.
Oh my God!
Oh man, Kenny,
I got flop sweat.
I like how your set has a dynamic. It has its highs and its low point. Like you started out, people were not like laughing or applauding, but they were reacting. Right. Now you've reached that point in the dynamic where they're just not even acknowledging you're up there.
I got reaction. You know, people got to understand, excuse me, I don't do this for a living. I just do it as a goof to entertain my friends.
And the audience isn't mic'd. Like, even on the big laughs, you can hear them in the background.
Yeah.
So there probably are some laughs that we're not hearing because the audience isn't mic'd.
All right.
There was like 100 people there.
Plus the guy, he's walking the line here. This is what happens.
Yeah. That's
When you take chances on
Kenny's
that.
working a little blue.
Yeah,
You know, just a
Just
little bit.
a tad
A little bit.
blue.
I would love to hear Club Soda Kenny do the Aristocrats joke.
This is PG-13.
His version of the Aristocrats joke.
I want to see Kenny go up and do these jokes clean. I want to see all the profanity removed.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be a very interesting set.
Let's get back to the set here.
One time I went out with this girl that worked at the International House of Pancakes, and when she got done with work, I hop on her ass. But I'm glad to see we got some good-looking chicks here tonight.
I hop?
You're a really hot chick. You're so hot, I bet when you were born, you burnt your mother's pussy hairs coming out. And speaking of childbirth, does the clitoris act like a speed bump when the kid is born?
That was a segue.
And she's got big
All right.
kids, too, in case you
I have
didn't
a
see
question
them.
He got nothing on that one.
Well, it doesn't make sense. What, is she giving birth on her head? How does that
Yeah,
work?
why? Do you know the female anatomy, Kenny? Yeah, the clitoris doesn't. It's not in the place where a speed bump would be for a child coming out.
Yeah, the baby would bump the front of his forehead.
I don't know. It's like comedy.
Yeah, something like it, in that it is spoken.
Yes, there's a microphone involved.
How do you fix that joke? What if you had her slide down the taint and fall into the asshole?
I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Free.
Free advice.
Bring it
for
up to the stage.
You can
He
use
wrote for
that.
Club Soda Kenny. Bill Burr, let's give him a big hand.
Let's continue here.
I like a chick that comes with standard airbags. You're really hot, too. You look like good eats. I bet you your cunt's so spreadable, it's incredible.
You know what also works, what he's doing here? Any slogan from commercials that are 25 or 30 years old. That's really going to get the crowd going. So spreadable, it's incredible. Isn't that some kind of craft product or peanut butter? What used that slogan, Club Soda?
Hey, nobody said I was like topical at current events. You know, I'm just
You're like Speedy Alka-Seltzer, lady.
Yeah, it's not nice to rape Mother Nature.
I can't believe I fucked the whole thing.
I'd like to have a cunt and a smile and keep me company.
I'm writing this all down. Hold on, I gotta write this down.
Holy shit. Oh, she's got ring around the asshole.
Time to make the goo.
See, that's the difference. You guys are funny.
I'm a rapist, he's a rapist, you're a rapist, we're all rapists. You like to be a rapist too. Oh, something from this decade at least.
I personally love the RoboCop joke.
Yeah, the RoboCop. Oh.
God, do I wish I could remember more Nick at Night commercials right now. That's all I'm thinking of.
All I have is you sank my battleship, and I don't know how to make it dirty.
How do you fit that in?
You sank my cunt. How's that? There you go.
You would say that.
It's all yours.
Take it.
That's a freebie. Enjoy.
Spreadable, it's incredible.
Sometimes you feel like a cunt. There we go. I knew there was one in there.
Yeah, good stuff, Kenny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, let's see what happens next here.
Now he's going to be middling.
This one over here looks like my old girlfriend, Chlamydia. And she had a cunt like a catcher's mitt. One time when I was fingering her, she was complaining about my ring, and I said, honey, that's not my ring, that's my wristwatch.
All right, that's a good one.
All right, I'm giving him that one.
You know what makes me funny? Makes it funny is he said wristwatch. It's
Yeah.
just your watch.
Wristwatch, as opposed to a pocket watch that I wear when the covered wagon comes up.
Honey, that's my timepiece.
Yeah.
I'm fucking her. I'm like, honey, that's my sundial. That's my Stonehenge.
This woman wanted to fuck. I didn't even have time to take off my spats.
Fucking a fat joke. Jesus, Anthony.
I'm fingering her at the White's Only water fountain. Oh. But Kenny's getting laughs, though. He's getting
he
laughs.
certainly is.
Yeah.
You know how many hickeys are under this ascot?
Hey, Tommy, can... Jimmy just did a spit take. Tom in Kentucky. Tom.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I got a Kenny joke for you.
Yeah.
Ho, 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 smelly pussy. What's it out?
I'm not going to pay a lot for that pussy.
Zombie, North Carolina.
Hey, he forgot the most important one. Where's the beef?
Yeah, but you got to put it in. Oh, forget
Where's
it.
the beef curtains?
There you go.
That's funny.
There you go. All right. Let's get back to Club Soda Kenny's stand-up.
And you know what else? She had stretch marks all over her stomach. But they used to come in handy because when I'd come on her belly, they act like sperm gutters.
Oh, they've grown.
And let me ask you,
Sperm gutters, I've never heard that.
if you come on a chick's belly and she rubs it in on her tits, does that make her marriage material?
Did you ever notice?
And you know what else I got to know? Is it polite to drop a load on a chick's leg while you eat her ass? Is that polite?
Important.
Because you know my motto, haste makes paste.
What?
A bird in the hand.
You're right, I'll
is
get to
worth
it,
two
stupid.
in your bush.
He's like an old-timey guy.
He's a Borscht Belt comic.
I like the way he gets louder as it comes, and then punchline. It just gets really loud at the punchline.
Don't be penny wise and cunt foolish.
Anthony in Jersey.
A penny saved is a pussy burned.
Anthony in Jersey.
Hey, honey, your cunt's like a Toyota. Oh, what a feeling.
Melt in your mouth, not in your cunt.
Oh, what are the commercials? Why can't I remember? What are you writing, Stan? All right.
A stitch in time will save you behind.
Brian in Ohio. Brian?
Yeah, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a uterus?
It goes downstairs. I eat cunt hairs.
While I make a slurpity sound.
My act is stinky. It's stinky.
Leave off the last S for syphilis. That's Chester's liver from Whackbag.
My wristwatch.
You are. How old are you, Kenny?
Ancient commercial references.
That's because that's how old that joke is.
Who's got the best darn pussy in the whole wide world?
Let's go to Dr. D. Dr. D.
Speak softly and carry a big dick.
Florida. Sean, what's up?
Honey, you are finger fucking good.
Very good.
It plumps when you suck it. Kenny's cock.
Ben in Virginia. Ben.
I can't believe I ate the whole tank.
My pussy has a second name. It's M-E-Y-E-R.
Plop, plop, jizz, jizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Come on, people.
What's happening? tap, 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 tap.
Come on, 1972.
You remember?
Very funny, Kenny.
It gets much worse.
Oh.
Yeah, we got the third part. This is where it turns ugly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, hold on, man. Todd has a question. Yes, Todd. Todd?
What would you do for a Klondike cunt?
I gave it to her 7 times up the ass. The uncolon.
Randy from Staten Island.
Yo, the best part of waking up is Folgers on your cunt.
You're a little dirty, Ken.
A little dirty.
And a little old.
I hope you can write real fast because this is A material.
Yeah, it's all good stuff for you.
All good stuff.
I know. It's terrific.
This is going to be just as good as Dice's nursery rhymes. This is your thing now, Kenny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to hear more of this?
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
It's a couple more minutes.
Drink semen first.
Let's go to Mike on Long Island.
45 malt liquor.
Mike?
Yeah, what's up?
Please don't fuck the pussy.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, sorry.
Crazy Kenny, his pussy's insane.
Mr. Nipple.
Stan gave me one. Lego my cunto.
That's funny. Why did you give me that one?
That was fantastic.
That certainly was.
Right in front of our eyes. That was fantastic.
Time to make the jism.
Now we're starting to bomb.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, we'll go back to Kenny.
Now we know when it's time to go back.
There we go.
Time to go back to Kenny.
Kenny on stage.
You know, the other night, my dog kept me up. My dog was barking all night long until I threw a shoe at it. It was a hush puppy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't always have a cool job like this. One time I worked at a hospital, but I got fired for throwing the colostomy bags around like water balloons. They didn't seem to mind when I was fucking the old people and the dead people, but the colostomy bags put them over the edge. And ladies, you know what the hardest thing about wearing a colostomy bag is?
Back me up.
Finding shoes to match. But even though I got fired from the hospital, I still became a gynecologist. But I got fired from that job, too, because I got caught eating on the job.
How many times did he say job?
Yeah, nobody can call me a quitter because I got fired from every job I ever had. And, you know, I usually don't tell this, but since...
Come on. That was like the clever... That was pretty... Kenny stuck in a clever one.
Clever one. He totally threw the crowd off.
I know. They were bracing themselves.
They're like, what? It's got to be something really heinous.
Yeah.
No? Oh.
Hey, Pat from Menaki wants in. Pat?
Hey, have Mikey eat her ass. He'll eat anything.
Adam in Texas. Adam?
Hey, have you fucked the whore lately?
All right, back to Kenny's stand-up here.
Be a quitter because I got fired from every job I ever had. And, you know, I usually don't tell this, but since it's the holidays and you're a nice crowd, one time I was a production assistant on a set of porno movies, and my job was to hold up the guy's ball sack up and out of the way so the camera could get a nice close-up shot of the dick fucking the pussy.
Way to word it.
But I got fired from that job also because I kept dropping the balls out of my mouth.
Can you pause? I want to congratulate you on the most horribly worded joke ever. It actually is not a bad joke, but he actually just tells it without joke form. He just talks it through. So I would go to the job and I would hold the balls up, but that wasn't part of Jesus, Kenny.
My job as a production assistant.
And he said up twice is to hold them up out of the way, up in front of the camera.
Up in front of the camera.
He just sort of over-explained it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold the balls up so they could see the dick.
It was like you were applying for the job again. What I did was I held the balls up So I'm good at that, Dad, then.
He was testifying.
That was the punchline.
2 Jews are meandering into a speakeasy that actually lost its liquor license, but then got it back recently. And through a string of legal actions, they wound up owning it, but then they were going to sell it.
So they're meandering.
Let's go to Matt in Jersey. Matt.
Early to bed, early to rise. Makes me want to come in your eyes.
Oh, my God. Let's go to Vegas. Clint.
It's rape and deep, and I helped.
Shake and bake.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it.
Joe in
the big city. Joe.
Pardon me, would you have any Jimmy to poop on?
That's actually not bad.
That's not really as bad as it came off. His delivery stunk. Let's go back to the
I
stage.
could take out my bacon, stick it in your can.
We're going back to Kenny on stage.
So the other night I'm home watching TV, and I'm watching this movie that's got a brutal rape scene. And you know what I don't understand? Why is it every time after a chick gets raped, they always take a hot shower? What are they trying to do, wash away the memories? And is it still considered a date rape if you don't take them to a movie afterwards? And speaking of rape, you know what my fantasy is? To rape a bride. Right in a white dress and everything. I grab them around the throat with a knife. I drag them into a bathroom. I bend her over the sink. And like 10 minutes after she said, I do, she did.
Can I say, I am actually offended.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Kenny says, love to fuck that pussy.
Wow.
I'm very proud of my closing joke, though.
Yeah, the closing joke will do it?
Yeah, we're getting towards the end.
Yeah, I know. That was fun, though. Let's go back to Kenny.
Fun while it lasted.
Well, it's
Well, since you like rape jokes so much, how about a few pedophile jokes? You know, when my son was a toddler, my wife asked me to give him a bath, so I decided to bathe with him. So while we were bathing, my son asked me, he goes, Daddy, how come your penis is different than mine? And I said, son, because you don't have a boner.
Listen to the silence. Listen to the silence. The sounds of silence.
I do like that old commercial he used to do, though. Cunt, 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 cunt. And boy, if that bombed, was Than going to get called out. But since it didn't, I wrote it.
Listen to the silence again.
And I said, son, because you don't have a boner. Because you know how you can make your dick look really big? You put it in a 5-year-old's hand. And of course, everybody knows what you do when you're done fucking a bald pussy. You put the diaper back on.
Don't say and clapped.
One friend.
Now that I accomplished what I had to do with all the groans, I'll leave you with this. All right? You seem like a smart crowd.
Is it the slicked back?
What's the difference between a clever midget and a girl with a venereal disease? One's a cunning runt. Thank you. You've been a good crowd. Enjoy the holidays. Good night.
Do you know?
Club Soda Kenny, everybody. Show him some love.
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 Show him a rake over his head.
Why show him love? He wouldn't recognize it if it appeared. Jesus.
A little harsh there, Kenny.
Did you like my closing joke?
Yeah, I heard about, when I was a kid, Shelley Sunstein used to tell this joke on WPLJ in the morning, and me and my friend would tell each other the joke. And that was one of the jokes that I heard when I was like 15 in high school on WPLJ, a cunning runt.
Really?
Yes.
So it brought back some fun memories for you, Jimmy.
Yes.
What you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, but couldn't say running cunt.
Oh, is that it?
Oh. I didn't know there was a reverse there. Okay, that makes sense.
Let's go to
Yeah,
Dan.
what's the difference between a clever midget and a girl with a venereal disease?
Wait.
What?
Oh, now I get it.
We get it. We get it.
A clever midget is a smart little fella?
Yeah, one's a cunning runt, the other one has a running cunt.
No, the other one is, not has.
Thank you,
right.
Captain Obvious. Dan in Vermont.
Yeah, dude, I'll bring the jack and see if I can hook him up to that radio.
Is he doing a bit? Dan. Dan.
He must have been hold for a while.
Yeah.
No, he's like trying to smash a radio live on the show or something. And it's failing miserably. Dan. Dan.
You have a good Christmas, dude?
Who is he talking to?
Dan, who are you talking to?
Oh, please kill yourself
I was
on
going
the
to
air.
say, you're going to hear a gunshot in a second.
That would rock.
Dan?
Boom.
This is not Dan-tastic. We won't be ignored, Dan.
Camera with the printer, dude. It's actually pretty cool, man. You can, like, take a picture, dude, and then fucking just print the picture out in, like, 2 seconds.
What a dope.
He has no idea he's on, or is this a bit?
No, it's not a bit. It's too awful to be a bit, even from a bad listener.
Dan, last chance.
Yeah, you don't even need a computer, dude. You just plug this cord from the camera to the printer and take a picture, like...
This is like behind-the-scene Photoshop.
Yeah.
All right. Kenny, anything else you want to say?
I want to wish all the people a Happy New Year.
All right. You want to say goodbye to Canada, or should we do that? Yeah. Just a little country.
What happened? They're not going with the program?
They are.
Would you like to say goodbye to Canada, or should we do it?
Up till your act, I think we were fine.
I think we were just fine. All right, Kenny.
What? You can't blame me for their country. All right. Goodbye. Thank you. And I'll talk to you about our New Year's plans in Philly at the Tower Theater.
With Jim Norton. Yes, we're all going down there. So, all right, Kenny.
Make sure everybody gets their tickets. All right. Thanks, fellas.
Bye, Dal.
Have a nice day anyway.
All right.
All right. Bye.
90% of that was a really good bit.
Man, he is just... That is beyond anything
And they were enjoying him up to that point. They were actually enjoying him, and then he was like, they're like,
Yeah.
I think when he did his so-called rape joke, when he just described a rape,
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than having like some sort of punchline.
Any
at the
kind
end
of
it.
punchline or humor to it or irony or anything but just a description of a horror.
Rape's a tough one to sell in comedy, but it can be if you do it right, if you sell it right, if the joke is good. But like when you just describe it and then go at the end.
Yeah, that's not quite it. What a twisted...
Your tag is, so that's what I do.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really good. Twisted fuck he is, man.
All right, well, we'll step aside, regroup.
I got a tinkalope.
I know. Bill Burns Studio, we promoting anything today, Bill?
I'm going to be at Caroline's January 5th through the 8th.
Look at that.
Where are you New Year's Eve, sweetie?
Oh, Jesus, Jim. I'm in Livonia, Michigan.
Livonia,
At
Michigan.
That sounds like a black girl's name.
At a little
Hey,
club,
Livonia.
at a little club called Kickers.
Kickers in
That
Livonia,
has a
Michigan.
dance club next to it. It's one of those deals. You ever get like called in like August for a gig like 12 months down the road?
Yep.
Yeah, it's good money. Fuck it, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden December comes along. Like, am I?
What am I doing?
Am I in Greater Detroit?
Bill, is it $1 million a night?
No.
Kickers.
Kickers.
It might be a great gig,
And
though.
what night is that?
He's such an asshole.
What night is that?
What is? Oh, 29th, 30th, 31st.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve is what I was going
Yeah.
for.
You're going to be in
Yeah.
Livonia?
Kickers.
Livonia, Michigan.
New Year's Eve? Really?
Yeah. See, a lot of guys go for, like, theaters, or they go for an A room, but not me. I keep it real. I keep it gully.
I'm just... What's sadder is that there are people that actually live there that have to spend New Year's Eve
Yeah,
there.
you can leave.
You're at least making money.
Yes.
Oh, this is pathetic. You guys are like some of the meanest people on the planet, and like this gig is so bad, you're actually trying to find something positive about it.
I'm trying. But no, I've done enough gigs where I know it's a gig. It's money, man. It's like I'll work any club. Like if the money is right, who cares? But
Buy yourself a new wristwatch.
yeah, buy yourself a new wristwatch, something like that. My wife loves that car. But just somebody has to say to his wife, "Look, honey, we can't spend that money, or I'm not going to be able to get tickets for Kickers."
Right.
They're the problem. You're doing the right thing doing the gig.
What are you doing on New Year's Eve? Kickers. Oh, you're doing the Kickers? Because we're going to Kickers, too. That's like all the talk of Livonia.
Kickers is the place.
It is.
In Livonia, Michigan.
Wow.
All right.
I guess it's the guy who owns it used to be a kicker in the NFL. So what he did
He
was...
had her, he was an abusive spouse. What happened to black in her eye? Yeah, it closed.
Lives in Livonia. Let's see what Livonia's all about.
All right.
It's a national talk show. We got people listening all over the joint. Eric in Livonia, Michigan. What's up?
What's up, guys? Happy birthday, little Jimmy.
Thank you very much, sir.
Will you be going to see Bill Burr at Kickers in Livonia?
Hell no, I wouldn't be caught dead there either.
What is Livonia like?
It's just a suburb of Detroit. I mean, it's your typical suburb.
Yeah, but Detroit isn't really your typical city. Is it safe?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's only maybe 5 or 6 murders every week.
Can you still see Snake Plissken walking down the...
All right, Eric. Thank you for helping us out with Livonia.
The guy has not enlightened us at all.
With that, we should cut our losses, go to break. We'll continue with Bill Burr and Jim Norton and the rest, okay?
Right.
We got Howard Stern talking about the #1 satellite radio provider here, XM Satellite Radio. Everybody.
No. I'm choosing not to join in.
Oh, come on, guys.
I was whistling.
Oh, golly gee. Bill Burr in studio. He's playing Livonia, Michigan, starting tomorrow, I guess.
Why tomorrow?
Well, this guy Patrick in Detroit, he's a little pissed off, I think. Patrick?
Yo.
What do you got?
Hey, Bill Burr better needs to get a hold of his agent or something because Kickers is taking reservations for an 8 o'clock show for him tonight. They got him on their website starting there tonight and playing through New Year's Eve.
Well, he was originally scheduled, but then he's like, fuck that, I'm not going out. It was a contract dispute.
Right.
I'm kidding, of course.
Enjoy staring at the wall.
That's a great fucking joke.
No, that's for real, man. I'm on the website right now.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hawk, why don't you jump on that website? Get off the wrestling site.
KickersComplex.com.
Hold on, let me look. Fucking Eric's doing this. Get it up.
All right, is it advertising?
No, I'm not. I better not be.
28th through the 31st. I called him yesterday and booked a fucking table for you tonight at 8 o'clock. You better get on a plane soon.
Or else what?
I don't know. Or else I'll have to wait till Friday.
Wait a minute.
Wait, you started thinking you might have to be there?
It's not like I haven't done this before.
Oh, no.
It'd be hilarious if I'm supposed to be in like a fucking airport terminal right now.
We're trying to find out for you.
Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. It does say...
Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. show times.
31.
You got an 8 o'clock show
Get
tonight.
the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God.
28 Kickers in Livonia, Michigan. Can you please call us tomorrow morning from Livonia, Michigan?
Or how about
tomorrow morning? I got to make a call right now.
How about
He's got to go right
What
now.
if I have a flight? Maybe I have a flight. Do I have a flight in the afternoon?
Probably.
Holy
shit.
Whatever.
Hey, listen, guys. I had a great time. Thanks for...
What are you saying, the flights to Livonia? Believe me, Bill, there's plenty available. No one's going to say the flights to Livonia are sold out.
We can get one of our trucker friends to just, pick you up and get you up there.
I'll drop y'all.
Oh, you're pitching O&A bits the whole way out there?
I got a friend of mine.
You was goddamn funny that time you was doing that thing on the show. What was that thing?
The whole drive to Livonia.
Hey, Patrick.
So, you like gangster fag?
Patrick, I think you're on something because Bill's panicking a little bit.
Yeah, well.
He's going to go make a phone call.
I know. They got a 2-for-1 ticket, too, so it's $8 to see him tonight. 2 for 1.
You got
a 2-for-1 ticket?
You got 10 hours to get there.
You're fine, Bill.
Me and my friend are paying $4 each to come see you tonight, so you better get there, man.
2-for-1
and
ticket.
you better be good. I want my $4.
No.
That you can print out and clip.
That's trick advertising.
Do you see it? It's right there on the page. Right?
Wednesday or Thursday, 8 p.m., 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's 2 for 1 Wednesday because I'm not going to be there.
Bill's 28 through 31. It does say 28 through 31 on the calendar. Show Bill the calendar so he doesn't think
that would be 4 days.
28 through 31. Today's the.
And my entire infrastructure is on vacation.
Oh my God!
All right, Patrick.
Hey, and Bill, don't worry. Livonia is extremely Caucasian like you. You'll be safe.
What airline do you
guys
fly?
are the scary ones.
What airline?
Huh?
Why don't you check? Make sure you don't have a flight.
Dude, I don't know any. You know, the mere fact that I'm here and I should be on a plane should let you know I don't know when I'm flying.
Hey, we got a trucker, Lance. Lance will get you there. Lance.
Yeah, this is. I'm going to Livonia there. I give him a ride. He might have to grease up a little bit, but I can get him in there.
He's in big trouble, Lance.
All right.
We don't use a heavy board like you, Lance.
Alabama trucker, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Bill Burr is coming to fucking Alabama, and I've scheduled this. I'll be home, and I can't wait to see him at the Stardome. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Well, when is Bill coming to Alabama? You might want to let Bill know, because I'm sure he doesn't have a flight
Not
book.
a clue.
It's this February the 9th. And Jimmy Norton, you need to bring your little faggot ass down there, because I want to see you, too.
Well, you know, sir, hurtful talk like that isn't going to get me booked.
It's the exact thing that's going to keep me up.
He's just giving you some hot tub talk.
Hot tub talk.
State and give you a little hug.
All right. And now someone is saying there's a snowstorm coming, so you better hurry and get the hell out of New York.
No, that's great. That'll be my
Woody
excuse.
in Detroit.
Hey, there's a big snowstorm on its way into Detroit right now.
Oh shit! That means I can't go.
No, I'm sure if you show up by 5 o'clock, you can get out there no problem. The airport's right by Livonia anyway.
So then there's really no urgency here.
I'm impressed by all the Michigan
Well,
listeners, actually. All right, let's go to Greg in Tennessee. Greg?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, man. I got my XM radio about a month ago.
Yeah.
And, man, I haven't changed this station since I installed this thing. And I
Oh.
think you guys kick ass.
All right on, man. Thank you.
I listen to you every day, listen to the replays every night.
Oh, yeah? You do?
Oh, yeah. And just to say, for everybody who got their XM radio for Christmas, just so they could wait on little Howard Stern,
Yeah.
they can take their radio and shove it up their ass sideways.
Yeah, I suppose you enjoy the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of laughs?
Do ya?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Greg.
I was expecting
Thanks,
a really bad. That was really surprising. Sometimes you can tell by the
Very
time.
nice.
Whenever a call starts out like that, it's never a
I
good
know.
call. I've had my, oh, shit.
All right.
But he was a good
Got to say hi to
listener.
everyone that got the XM for Christmas. They're checking us out for the first time.
Hi.
Hey, pop culture. And you're going to go make a phone call? Bill,
Find out.
Bill Burr is going to find out if he has to get on a plane. Yeah, we should do it on the air, actually.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why not? Get the phone number. We'll do it on the air. Okay, everyone's, excuse me, everyone's doing their year in review crap.
Yep.
Pop culture 2005 in review.
All right.
Why don't we take a listen to this and stop when we have to.
In 2005,
Stop.
the iPod Nano and the Xbox 360 were the hot sellers.
What about satellite radio? That was one of the hot
Yeah.
sellers.
Well, she doesn't know. She's dumb.
In my stupid little circle, man, I can't tell you how many satellite radios were bought. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Maybe she's involved with a company that has an interest in satellite radio not succeeding.
Britney Spears had a baby.
Remember when she was merely a cheerleader that you would sleep with?
Michael Jackson arrived to court fashionably late.
Showing up in his pajama pants. I mean, Michael Jackson.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, was the top-grossing film of the year, and everybody was talking about Brokeback Mountain.
It's about love that... It's a year in review, and they're saying everybody was talking about this movie.
Yeah.
For maybe the last couple days.
Yeah. And no one has thought of Revenge of the Sith in 8 months.
No.
I can't even say that word. Sith. Revenge of the Jewish boy. Well, that's Seth. Revenge of the Sith. There's Sith. Revenge.
That's why these year in review things are ridiculous.
Right.
By the way, newsflash.
Yes.
If Steve Martin dies the day the Pink Panther comes out, I'm going to laugh. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh.
So will
God.
I, Jimmy. So will I.
That fucking disgrace.
Some movies should not be remade.
Why would you do that? to
Especially
people?
comedies, because there's some movies that are worth remaking because the technology got better,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. But comedies, never. That In-Laws movie was on again. What the fuck were they thinking with Michael Douglas's remake?
And he did it with Beyonce. Stop with the black chicks to try to get your audience and their audience.
Yeah, it's a crossover, man.
Oh, he's
it's gonna work.
awful.
The Longest Yard. Why? Why?
I don't get it.
Just rent the original.
I don't get it.
So before the movie started yesterday at the theater, the movie theater, they had a little thing on keeping your cell phone off, and it was Steve Martin as Inspector Clouseau.
Oh, okay.
It was so bad, I couldn't even watch it.
Well, the cell phone was ringing. It was pretty funny though, because his cell phone's like ringing in his pocket a lot.
Yeah, and he was doing Inspector Clouseau, which him doing Inspector Clouseau is his wild and crazy guy voice from SNL.
Oh, I didn't hear him talk.
Oh yeah, he talked. Oh yeah, and it was the exact voice of two wild and crazy guys. Ugh.
What a fucking ass.
Horrid.
Peter Sellers, when he is doing the parallel buzz, and he's on the fucking parallel bars, and he jumps off and he falls down a flight of steps, you're not going to do anything that funny.
Yeah.
That was what he did.
And those movies hold up, too. Just rent the originals.
Yeah.
You're so right, Jimmy. I'm so glad The Honeymooners bombed as bad as it did, because then we don't have to sit through any more. Because if that movie did well, excuse me, ma'am.
You right?
If that movie did well, they would have thrown a bunch of those at us.
People are laughing because they're able to watch Bill Burr through the glass talking on his phone on camera.
The Pal Talk is going to take over the world.
Yeah,
in the
Pal
new
Talk.
year.
People get an insight to the show that's a little different than just listening to it, because they're commenting. They go, "Holy shit, Bill Burr is on the phone outside the glass talking."
Yeah, this is real.
Dude, I'm totally fucked right now because stupid Jason Steinberg is in. I'm calling him stupid. I don't know where my fucking gig is. He's out of the country.
Out of the country.
And Booker's not answering. So what do I do now? I call the club.
I would call
club.
Yeah, call the
club, then call the what airline might you fly.
We're looking at a calendar right now, and it definitely says that it's
28.
you.
Oh,
but again,
it has Bill Burr blocked off from 28 through the 31st.
Yeah, but it's only like an hour and a half flight, so I would think that he would book me on an afternoon flight, right?
So you think you might just have a flight waiting for you?
Well, where would you? How would you know about your flight info? Normally an email or something. How normally would you find out?
Livonia?
Because even if it's tomorrow, how do you know it?
Where do you fly? To Detroit, and then you drive to Livonia?
Yeah.
They actually just open the door.
It's a suburb. It's like yeah, give me some Opie and Anthony bumper stickers.
Yeah.
I'll toss them out as
well, Bill, if you got to go tomorrow, how would you normally find out your flight? Like, 'cause they're not there anymore, so would you normally just check
Jim,
your
I'm not an organized person.
Okay.
I think it's
I
somewhere
didn't know that.
somewhere within. Dude, I'm a comedian. I'm
learning about Bill. I actually know him for many years. I would have thought that
Ben loves when things go wrong.
He
too.
just that's
Don't
what
for anybody but him.
This is so not helpful. Ben is
this
just not
the
helpful.
club? Yeah.
Like, fuck, where am I going?
I'm really
Is that
surprised
Joe?
no one
Not Joey's.
no one has
no,
turned around and just punched Ben in the
Kickers.
face, because he'll laugh openly at your demise.
He really
Kickers.
does.
Not that demise was the right word there, but I think you got the point.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's not a demise, really. It's just a...
I would check airlines. Call a couple.
Oh, wait. Ellen DeGeneres is dancing on TV. I feel better
now.
I feel better now.
There she goes.
Look at the guys. They're all dancing. They just love her.
Oh, wow. That's got to be so much fun to be there.
You know what I want to see
Wait, this
dancing?
might be the one where my sister's dancing. I'll tell you in a second. She went to one of these things.
Groucho Marx.
I'm embarrassed that she was dancing.
Why don't you have one of your listeners somehow get into the studio
This
audience?
ain't the one.
Wouldn't it be great?
I want to see an
Dry
Arab
humper.
with a winter coat indoors dancing and putting his hands in his pockets. So you know something awful, and then when she dances in front of him, he doesn't blow himself up. He just jerks off on her.
All right, let's get back to the pop culture of
Felt that one ready to
2005.
bomb.
You know when she dies, they're going to be like, she always loved to dance.
She's such a good dancer.
She hates it, though. She tried to stop it, and they would not let her stop
She's
it.
Ellen. She can do what she wants. She could stop it if she wants.
Why did you change the channel, Iraq?
You didn't think they were done.
Okay.
This is your favorite. I bet you dance alone in the fucking apartment.
Everyone
when you're
is
watching
dancing with her.
Oh, the
Yeah.
cameraman.
The camera
you know
guy.
they hate it. You know they hate
Oh.
it.
Wow.
All right, back to the audio. Ugh.
You ever dance like that when you pretend you're on a fucking balcony shooting innocent Holocaust victims? Fucking hairdo.
Other than you.
We back at his hair, you
Yeah,
think?
he's doing the old ring around the tub. I'll kill you for it dance.
I noticed he's greasing it down, trying to, like, just...
A little bit.
Just,
It'd be great if she rolled off the back of the chair and right through that
Yes,
window.
Ben.
We called the club, and they don't know if Phil's playing there tonight either.
How do they not know?
That's
Kickers?
Yes.
They don't know? Good. They don't know. I don't know. It's not my fucking fault. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. I'm relaxed now.
Yeah, he's sitting back. All right, let's get back to this audio. Pop Culture
Janitor.
2005, the year in review. We're in the middle of this.
It's about love that can't be fulfilled.
Cowboys who secretly want to get in each other's pants.
The must-have pet this year? A puggle. That's what you get when you mix a pug and a beagle.
If there can be a puggle, then why can't there be a Brangelina?
In Hollywood, Brangelina was born after Brad dumped Jen.
When the year started, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were still married.
We felt that they would last for a while, and then here comes Angelina Jolie.
I hope 2006 is the year to get rid of that style of doing
That
TV
fucking
shows.
3-second in and out clip show shit is atrocious. I've done a couple too.
It was a great
Yeah.
idea. Even we did one. That's how watered down that shit is.
What rung in show business are you? Like, what are you between? You know, a mime and a comedian?
Yeah. Big Apple Circus clown and
John Wayne Gacy's version of it. Fucking, we were at the cellar last night, and I saw Patrice on one of those. I mean, we've all done them though, so I can't shit on him because I've done them too. They're atrocious because they never use the funny shit you say. They never use the brutal stuff. It's always the cutesy. Do the impression of that Richard Pryor. I ain't dead yet, motherfucker. Special they did on Comedy Central. I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw up.
They just did the same thing. Grabbed the cutesy clips.
Everybody doing mud bones. Fucking just awful.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that yet.
You believe me. Thank God. Clip shows.
Yeah, it's done.
Brutal hacks who shouldn't even be talking about Jeff Foxworthy if he died.
Fucking just terrible.
You know, I remember watching Richard Pryor back when. Shut up.
Well, they had Collins
You're not even
on.
worthy.
They had, Wanted, I guess, Mooney. I think they had some good acts, but it was just awful. Comedy Central edited it very poorly.
All right, let's
Did
get back
Mooney
to
blame the white man for his death in any way, shape, or form?
Motherfucker did.
nigga, please, white people. Pop culture review. Let's get back to this.
All you need is a little drink.
And that
Jimmy does impressions, man.
It's a dead-on Paul Mooney.
I saw that nigga. I knew the motherfucker didn't do it. The Chardonnay.
Oh, you know what? We're not going to go back to that.
No.
Thank you, Than.
What'd you bring, Than?
What
Than
did
brings
Than
a lot of good
do?
stuff to the
This
table.
might be fantastic. We'll have to.
It's got to be fantastic.
We'll have to listen and see.
Boy, little water, boy.
It's the Pink Panther trailer audio.
Oh, wow.
The crime of the century has been committed.
Yes, this film.
And only one man can solve it.
Officer Jacques Cluzeux, gendarme, third class.
That had to help. He's got a partner.
Without warning, I will attack you. In this way, I will
Hugh
keep you
Grant?
vigilant and alert.
Good one. Thank you. He's got a
I bet
clue.
it's funny.
He was just found dead. Was it fatal?
Yes.
How fatal? Completely.
Steve Martin. Kevin Kline.
I see you have one of these collapsible pointers. You just snap it and then...
And Beyonce Knowles.
Here she is.
Newspapers! The Pink Panther.
You know what, Steve? You stink. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Hallelujah.
What's the matter? They couldn't get a fatter, saucy black girl? Enough already. The Queen Latifah. We get it. You're the goofy white guy, the older gentleman. He makes me sick. He used to be so funny, too.
Yeah.
The stand-up was actually innovative. Arrow through the head. He's a nut, this one.
But it was innovative because he was the first to do that.
I agree. He was funny at
and
times.
And then it became hacky after that.
Cat handcuffs.
King Tut.
No, are you kidding me? Today, if you went on stage with an arrow through the head and a banjo,
right?
Yeah. You'd be immediately a comic genius.
Oh, my God. They would kill you. They would fucking kill you.
He was winning Oscars.
Yeah.
He did little short films.
He did some funny movies. I mean, he really fun. He did some of the fucking The Jerk, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, Roxanne. He was great.
Planes, trains, automobiles.
How great was he on SNL? He was always hilarious. But this is a fucking disgrace.
Crossed over.
Yeah.
All right.
And even that other one. What's that movie?
Bringing
he's
Down
in
the
now?
House.
What's
fucking Cheaper by the Dozen?
Yeah. Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
How much for your dignity, Steve?
I have that on DVD. I own that.
Oh, wow.
Cheaper by the Dozen.
I'll
Was
be
it
over
good?
watching that.
Just once a year I have to take it off the shelf.
Yeah. I'll watch it tonight when you're not at Kicks or Kickers.
How about Cheaper by the Fives, starring Andrea Yates?
No, that's a movie you got to see.
I am the Pink Panther. Are you? Yeah, really? Are you, Steve? Why don't you just fucking... Why don't you remake Being There, too? Why don't you steal that? Why don't you steal that?
You are suspected of drowning your babies? Did you drown your babies?
I say 5 pillows without head imprints in them.
I will need the testimony of the weeping grandmother.
Mrs. Smith, your van was found in reverse.
Your children were strapped in the baby seats as it rolled backwards into the lake. Into the lake? That's what I said, the lake.
Because you're trying to be Russian all of a sudden.
Mr. Steinberg, a little Lisa was a
All right.
chained to the radiator.
I'm looking for a little Connor Peterson.
He had a little baseball hat and his head was detached from his body.
Is it true you took a boat out and dumped your pregnant wife into the water?
The cowboy hat was found with the note. Why does she sound German? It's that fucking hairdo, Eric. It's rubbing off on my impressions.
We found her little 6 shoot hairs next to her little strangled body.
Oh, he should fucking be decapitated. He should be decapitated.
Speaking of decapitation, little Adam Walsh.
Oh, I didn't want to see the name.
Of course you did. What do you think, he's listening? With our luck, yes.
I wonder how Blake Edwards feels about this fucking thievery.
Is he dead?
Oh.
Is he?
Then I don't know.
He's got to be.
Is he?
Yeah, I guess he
I haven't heard his name associated with this.
All of a sudden,
thing,
I'm obsessed with Blake Edwards. I don't think he's alive anymore.
All right, let's get back to the audio.
Kind
Pop
of killed
culture.
the whole momentum of
It
that.
really did. Who is it? Blake?
Thank God.
That's why we move on. We got all sorts of things to move
Doesn't
on
he have a
to.
show on XM? Blake Edwards? No.
Pop culture in review.
He's a kicker.
And that's just what she did. Jessica Simpson walked out on Nick Lachey.
I was really shocked that Nick and Jessica broke up because they seem to have the right relationship.
Really?
Jessica was the
Faggot?
flower, Nick was the gardener.
But the news of celebrity romances wasn't all that in 2005.
Does every
Demi and
clip
Ashton
show have to have the fucking faggot insider?
Yeah.
Every clip show
Knows everything.
has the faggoty designer, hairdresser.
And Michael Ian Black.
He's in every one.
Every single
one.
one.
And has yet to say anything remotely funny. He just says sentences and then just kind of...
And they put him on every single one of these
And
shows.
all of a sudden, she left him. And it was a good year for that type of genre.
You have to
News of celebrity romances wasn't all that in 2005. Demi and Ashton tied the knot.
I still don't believe Demi and Ashton Kutcher.
After all these years of dating, no one ever thought it would work out.
Demi and Ashton is so clearly a photo op.
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes are having a baby. While Tom was hanging all over his Katie, he was jumping all over our Matt.
Oh, Matt. You don't even... You're glib. Oh, you should have blasted him right in the face.
Hanging and jumping, kind of like, because they're both physical things you do.
Right. Yeah. So that was wonderful.
Oh, the phone's ringing while I'm on the radio.
Oh, boy.
Hello? Hi, Esty. Can I call you back? I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
Esty!
Opie says hello, Esty. Okay, Bill Burr says he doesn't need the club anymore. I'll call you back. I'm only here for like 1 or 2 days.
This is totally...
Now it's all about Jimmy.
It's Esty from the comedy
I wish
Cellar.
somebody at Kickers would call me.
Yeah. Where the hell is the manager at Kickers?
Estee's.
I love her. I
she's
told her I'm
great.
on the air, and she's like, I just have to know if you're here next week. That's Esty.
She always hooks me up when I go
She's
down
the
there.
greatest.
Comedy Cellar is a great, great comedy club here in Manhattan. If
Oh.
you're visiting New York, check it out because it's the home club for all these guys when they're trying out their stuff before they hit the road.
Yeah, and anytime Seinfeld or Chris Rock goes on there,
You never know who's going to walk on stage and do a few minutes. It's great. Anyway.
A lot of controversy on the instant feedback
Yeah.
and the Pal Talk.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tony P. from Ohio. Jesus Christ, give a motherfucker 5 minutes to figure out Pal Talk before banning him from the room. I'm hearing a few people getting a little power crazy now in Pal Talk, and they're kicking and banning some people from the room. I don't know what Tony P. did.
I think the
to
only
deserve
thing
this.
you should be banned for is pulling out your cock.
Pulling out your cock.
Well, now let's not jump to conclusions, Ope. There might be a reason for it.
I don't know this Tony P. I don't know what he does.
Tell him you don't want to see his cock. He won't show it, believe me. Hey, you know who they should ban from making movies? Steve M.
Right. Steve M. has a problem. You know what would be great for me to do? Tony P., I'm banning him from instant feedback
him.
for complaining about Pal Talk.
That's right.
And we're sending someone over to your house to take your XM away from
That's
you.
right.
Right in front of your eyes.
Flush it down the toilet.
And we're going to fuck your girlfriend and ban you from her vagina.
I don't know why he was banned.
All right, we got a little more pop culture. The year in review.
Hollywood's young actresses seem to all be shrinking.
There was Nicole Richie, Lindsay Lohan, Hilary Duff.
And we just...
What did she say?
Yeah, what did she add to
She
that?
listed people.
Nothing.
Typical dumb broad. Nothing funny.
She listed people.
There was this one, that one, this one, that one. How come I can't get on stage? How come they say men are funnier than we are?
And we just couldn't take our eyes off Bobby and Whitney.
Nothing can stop Bobby and Whitney. And their show was alternately beautiful and then amazingly embarrassing. Oh, my stomach.
When you mix...
Can I point something out?
Yeah.
Fuckhead trying to sound smart. You say alternately beautiful and amazing. You don't have to say alternately this. You understand? He said alternately and then didn't give two alternate things.
An alternate.
Yeah.
Right.
The man's a boob. Alternately a faggot.
When you mix
Good example.
crazy people, crack, and fun, you're going to be together forever.
You can sum up this year's
She's a
music
hoot.
in 3 simple words.
yeah.
Mariah, Madonna, and Kanye.
Raya, Madonna.
Although many tried to write Mariah Carey off,
I did not think that Mariah could come back. I thought she was too crazy.
she made a big comeback this year.
A hot tub
I mean,
with
you don't
you,
get much-
touching feet.
What the fuck? What?
This is just nonsense.
This is
babble.
nothing.
He didn't think she could come back because she's too
She's too nutty?
crazy. She's
I
crazy.
did not think. He starts everything real slow.
Yeah.
like something
Right.
amazing is going to come out, and then nothing happens.
It's just Drek.
Nothing.
I had no idea
Crazy sells
that
records.
Tommy
you
Lee got another tattoo.
yeah, right.
Who wants to shoot themselves editing this? Like, who is the poor motherfucker that has to sit there making shit and edit this crap together?
Anything
on a
mean you
deadline?
say, they take out. Anything mean you could.
Yeah.
These could be fun
Yeah.
to do if you could destroy the celebrities. I've done
Yeah.
a few. You just smash them. You know, whatever tragedy they had, whatever drunk driving ticket they got, you fucking make fun of.
Yeah.
Right out. They'll put the fucking gay designer going, and the hair was messy.
You know what we should do? We should take one of these exact shows, cut out all the comedians they use, and re-edit it with our guys.
I love it.
How funny would that be?
That's kind of like the bit that I was thinking of with fucking our New Year's resolutions.
No, it wasn't. It was nothing like
I
it.
like the fucking-
Your idea is stupid.
Well, now that Bill Burr's here, I'm ready to give my New Year's resolution.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What is that?
I don't know. He probably doesn't really have one. Let's move on. Back to the clips.
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear
don't
it.
want to lose clip momentum.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be
Let's
kept
go
in the
back.
dark. It's going to affect my comedy for the rest of the show.
Let's go back to the
I feel left out.
No, I'm sure it's nothing important. I mean, whatever it was, we can get right back to the clips.
Jimmy, you've been cracking me up the last 2 days.
Damn storm coming to Detroit. Fuck, man. It's bad.
What are you doing? I don't know.
From now on, this is how I look in studio.
That line from yesterday
Nice.
still kills me. What are you doing? I don't know. Can you help me?
But there's no light on him. It's only the moonlight through the window as he's there. Creepy.
I don't know. Can you help me? They have me painted as a lunatic.
We
They
discovered
really
that
do.
Anthony may have some things from World War II.
I have right now 2 collectibles from that era.
So Jimmy had a scenario yesterday that just...
He's the most unstable man on his block. You know he is.
That's what we were saying
I
yesterday.
am not. I am completely stable.
How many times a day
enjoy-
do you peek out from behind your curtains? Some sort of weapon
Once in the
strapped
morning,
to your ankle.
never with the weapon, but once in the morning when I'm taking a leak, the blinds are right next to the toilet, so I kind of open them with 2 fingers and look out, just to see what kind of a day it is and see if anybody's lurking.
He lives like Malcolm X, just fucking holding a weapon.
A weapon.
Holding a weapon.
No, it's actually I hold a Wiccan, and she conjures up things for me.
Ugh.
A Wiccan.
I don't know. I said Malcolm Weccan. I'm silly.
You're wecking the whole bit, you wascally wabbit.
I got scared.
I just wanted to share that thing that you did yesterday with Bill, but whatever.
I have
it's
a
just
couple
making
of
me laugh.
Dude, I'm
hard.
half listening. I'm freaking out that I'm supposed to be
Yeah, I
pneumonia
understand.
right
All right,
now.
why don't we just go back to the tape then?
Is that a yarmulke?
Yes.
Yes, some Jew brought it in for us.
Really?
And it's filled with change.
Oh. Way to paint with a broad brush, Ant.
It's filled with pennies, actually.
Jesus, Soap. That's
Oh.
not very nice.
It's
Wow.
really filled with pennies, though.
Is it?
Somebody needs to go to the Museum of Tolerance.
Right.
Good
How
point,
irritating
Bill.
is that? You can shit on any other race, and you just get, you get shit for it. They don't have to send you to a fucking museum. I think that's a little pompous.
The Museum of Tolerance.
The Museum of
You need to learn how to tolerate me.
How about you take a little trip to the Holocaust Museum?
Yeah.
You see what the people went through.
How about you go to the
and then
museum?
you make a joke.
But what do they have in Rwanda? They got a little Viewmaster? That Holocaust?
There you go.
It's less of a budget.
Yeah, we really don't have much of a budget here. Just look, it's machetes, a lot of blood.
There you go. All right, let's get back to this. This clip show, pop
clip
culture,
show
and
stinks.
Good,
and
I'm
review.
learning.
Raya could come back. I thought she was too crazy.
She made a big comeback this year.
I mean, you don't get much bigger than that. 8 Grammy nominations.
All right, you know
With
what?
the bad music strung through the whole fucking thing.
This show is multi-dimensional at this point. We were talking about Dick Clark being half a dick face, and now that's up on
Holy shit!
now that's up on Photoshop on whackbag.com.
They have morphed half a Hulk face, the homeless guy from the homeless shopping spree, and Dick Clark's face together to make half a dick.
Half a dick
Half
face.
a dick face.
Go to whackbag.com and go to the Photoshop section. Those guys are doing great stuff.
Gray that hair up,
figures.
though.
Huh?
Gray that hair up, whoever did
Cigars
that.
and scotch. Of course.
Cigars
Oh,
and
it was
scotch.
Cigars and Scotch?
He can gray that hair up in a second. He's a pro.
He is very good.
I bow to Cigars and Scotch. He does great work. Great work.
Yeah.
Nothing but compliments today, I've decided.
Hey, you're
And
a
look
good
at
man
us.
today.
Look at our little photos of us stuck on the bodies of the 2 little girls from The Shining.
That's great.
It's us as little kids.
That's really good.
And maybe you could you do a thing of fucking Amon Gert and Hawk? I would like to see that fucking hairdo. And
I
Amon.
saw you in a Nazi uniform on Photoshop yesterday. I think page 14 or 15. You're up there somewhere.
14 or...
Yeah. Of Photoshop volume 58.
Or whatever it is. All right, here we go.
Than that 8 Grammy nominations.
I like that she's putting a few pounds on, and yet the dresses always get shorter. In her next video, she's actually bottomless.
Madonna came out with a hit CD, A Rockin' Body, and at 47 proved she's still got it.
She's old.
Madonna's hot to death.
I like her.
And
No.
so was Kanye West.
I
Kanye
really
West
do.
was a really big story last year, and this year he did it again.
Selling over 2 million CDs that racked up 8 Grammy nominations.
It's smart hip-hop. It's really using music in an intelligent way.
And finally, there were those who were pop icons in 2005 for no
Popeye.
reason at all.
Paris Hilton is, like, you're famous for what exactly?
Paris
Oh,
is
no
very
one's ever
good
said
at
that.
being famous
Wow.
for being fabulous.
We love being in other people's business. I want to know who's sleeping with whom. I want to know who's wearing what. I can't help it.
They're not saying anything.
No.
They're not.
How about this? Paris is famous for being a whore, for being a hook. Why can't you really
Yeah.
slam her a little bit? She's famous for what?
She's just famous for being famous. She's famous for being fabulous. She's famous for sucking cock and taking it
On
in
the
the ass
internet.
on video.
And well,
on the
might
internet.
add.
Yes. Good girl.
Good cocksucker.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Was that VH1?
That's why she's famous.
Was that VH1?
I have no idea.
They're fucking head of programming. I understand. I think Pop-Up Video started these type of things, and that was a fun show. It was a good
It's
show.
entertaining, although I didn't like reading so much.
You know what, Ant? It would hurt
Looking
my
at
head.
The picture, I'm reading, I'm looking, I'm reading.
I just like the theme. Pop-Up Video. Oh.
Pop-Up Video I loved.
It was good. It was an innovative show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You get a little fact, repackage. That's all they do now is repackage things. They take the shows, they cut them up, they throw it in, repackage.
They pay the talent $15.
That's you got paid?
The third
Did you
time
get
in.
paid for yours?
No.
I know we did one. No. We never got paid for that, right?
Here's why. Because AFTRA sucks moose dick.
Oh.
They stink AFTRA.
They're still looking for money
They're
from me.
fucking awful. They can't get cable residuals.
They don't
They're
even know that I'm
terrible.
not even part of them
Yeah, they
anymore.
caved-
I
caved in
grabbed.
on that.
They're fucking awful.
I grabbed a Sharpie with a fit, like if you gave a caveman a Sharpie, that's how I was holding it, and wrote on the after bill, "Not with you anymore," like a lunatic, shoved it in the envelope and sent it out. And then I got something back saying I needed to send something to prove that I'm no longer working at an AFTRA shop type of.
Fuck
no,
you.
figured the
You
fuck
figure
out
it out.
yourself.
Exactly. Why should you have
I'm
to
not
provide
sending
proof?
any more money to AFTRA.
You stink, AFTRA. You do
they're
nothing
awful.
for nobody.
In general, I'm pro-union. I understand the
Sure.
union thing. But, man, I mean, we had the biggest story in radio for who knows how many years, right? And we were fucked. We were so fucked. They were talking about lawsuits and arrests and everything. Now, one fucking phone call from the, quote, union to see what they could do.
Oh, or if our rights were infringed upon by the
Exactly.
company to help,
Nothing.
you'd
Absolutely
shell out all
nothing.
this cash month
Called
after
them,
month
they
to
never
these
called
guys.
me back.
Nothing.
They're fucking terrible.
Because there was a point I was panicking pretty good. I'm like, wow, let's see, what's going on here. Nothing. But they had no problem making sure they got their dues in time.
Yeah, they do. They AFTRA. I have AFTRA Health. I can't wait because the Louis Project is SAG. SAG is a much better union.
Yes.
And they wanted to merge with
wanna
and
merge,
SAG went
but-
no.
yes,
Why
and
would we? Why would we? That's like Seinfeld.
Is that how they said it?
They did. That was
Exactly.
Why would we?
Why would we?
Why would we?
That's exactly how they said
That
it,
was
Bill.
the gesture with the left hand.
All
We wouldn't.
disgusted. Why would we?
Why?
It's AFTRA. We all know they stink.
We're not merging with you. Why would that help us? It wouldn't.
All right. Well, Barbara Walters did the top 10. This is a lot of fun this year in review stuff. I gotta tell you.
It's what you got to do at the end of the year. It is the law.
Well, it's good. It's great because it's so easy to goof on. Barbara Walters, top 10 fascinating people of 2005. Everybody. We're not going to do all 10.
Let's see if it's politically correct.
Just a couple highlights. We got first up, Dakota Fanning was one of the top people, top celebrities of 2005, according to Barbara Walters. Dakota Fanning was in War of the Worlds.
Yes.
That's
She's
it.
the little kid that doesn't act like a little kid, and it's creepy to watch her.
The little kid.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate kid actors.
Yes.
Aren't they the worst?
And they go, yeah, John Travolta was fun to work with.
Yeah.
Like fucking 5.
Oh, it was great.
She sounds like she's 40.
We were on set, and we had such a fabulous time together working. And well, my character is sort of sad, and I learned a lot from her. You're 5 years old, you idiot. Go piss yourself.
Here we go.
Makes you happy they'll be on crack in 6 years.
Dakota Fanning, everyone. Doing exactly what you guys just said.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I know you guys haven't heard this. Listen to this.
Do you choose your own roles, or who does?
Well, my agent reads the script, and my mom and I think everybody kind of decides what's right for the time, but it's mostly me. Because, when you're picking the characters, I have to, really feel for the character and, be able to portray it, on film.
I fucking...
There she goes.
Whatever I was going to say would not sum it up as well as that did.
Sorry,
no,
Jimmy.
please. That was perfect. I fucking hate her, and that was perfect.
How old is she?
I don't know.
She's like
She's
10,
a cowboy
11
hat
maybe?
and a garret.
She certainly
Garrote,
does.
whatever they call it.
That's right. Why don't you tap dance to My Little Pony for the last time, you silly goose? Give her one of these.
Oh, jeez.
Why not the pants down when Bill Burr's in studio?
Actually, because I had to fart badly, and I would pull him down in front of Bill.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's a hot ass. He wants to see it. He can see it.
How old is
She's going to be 12 in on my
I thought
mom's
there was a
birthday.
certain level of respect we've had over
February.
the years.
February, she's going to be 12.
Going to be 12. So she's
Countdown
11.
clock starts at 12, you know.
That's right.
for
you, maybe.
all girls.
It gets when it ends there. The hotness ends in.
All right.
I like that Dakota Fanning. Shut up.
Her name just annoys me. It's such a fucking Hollywood name.
Yeah, Dakota.
Another one of the top people of 2005, according to Barbara Walters, Kanye West.
Of course.
And here
Why?
he is, freestyle.
Why?
We're just giving you highlights from this dumb special.
There aren't any.
Here he is, freestyle rapping for Barbara.
I say really serious stuff that touches on social issues, racial things, and I get away with it because I hide it behind really good beats and or hot lines, so I'll make you laugh to keep from crying. And I could spit a rap for you right now that you will understand also.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I'm on Barbara Walters, you know I won't falter. Jesus walked, we took him to the altar. Much taller, not shorter. And I can talk to any reporter, turn on your recorder, you know.
I love it.
Why do you love it?
Just record it to me, I'll buy it.
That's basically how it's going now.
Wow. Phony
See, the
white
reason why
bitch.
he can talk about all
Holy
that stuff,
shit.
he doesn't need to hide it. You're black.
Right.
What if no one's going to give you shit for that?
Who's going to give him shit for that?
That was awful.
Exactly.
He didn't know where to go.
And that was such a bad freestyle rap.
Barbara should have said, you know what, that was horrendous. I can see why you rehearse
That
before
was
you record.
really bad.
She's not brave enough to do that.
No, of course she's not.
Oh, just record it. I'll buy it.
And then she laughs.
Because I'm threatened by you, but I want to seem like I'm not.
Yeah, because in her head, if she actually said, you know what, that kind of stinks, that makes her a racist.
I'll
Rather
put
than
that
just
on
saying, you know
my
what,
iPad.
that stunk.
That just stinks.
Record it for me. I'll buy it.
I'll buy it, see, because that's how unracist I am.
Barbara Walter. Talk to any reporter. Walter.
Maybe he should have written a rap about The View. That would have been a little more appropriate.
Ah.
I don't mean to be blunt. Star Jones is a big fat, he could have done something along those lines. I don't know whatever he wanted to.
Well, freestyling, why not?
This is live. It's not taped. I hope Joy Behar gets, however he wanted to phrase it. That'd be completely up to him. I'm not a rapper.
Really?
Who are you to say?
You're just giving him the thought starter. You
Yeah,
know.
my thoughts ain't smaller. Yours are bigger. Star Jones really is a fat. I mean,
Oh,
I wish I had.
Jimmy.
No, I'm not good
You
at
have to
rhyming.
hide that within some good music.
That works. I'm just throwing out some.
Well,
I-
Kanye West talks about that fine word right here. on Barbara Walters
I'm
special,
sure he
so
does.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
I was saying the other day to my friends that I feel, I'm not really offended by the word nigga when white people use the word nigga, but I feel offended when white people use incorrect English around me. It's like if they throw a B in the middle of their sentence, I don't be doing this, I'm like,
Okay.
that feels almost like, that feels equal to like what the word nigga feels like to other people.
But it's a word that I could never use.
Yeah, well, you couldn't use it because
how
you have
tired
to be
is this?
politically correct and you're on TV and everybody would they have picket signs and stuff.
More than that, I mean, it would be so offensive to me.
Oh, shut
up.
Oh, my God, shut up.
Oh, that uppity nigger went and hit me on the head with a shovel.
Good for him. You know what? I like this dude. He fucking called her out.
Yeah.
The same way Pryor did, by the way, fucking 25 years ago. He fucking
I
called her out.
would never use that word. Yeah, and then he's like, yeah, because, people would be protesting and stuff. Not for a second thinking because she wouldn't want to or use it or she's thought it at some point in her fucking life. But no, because it's just so offensive
so dumb,
to me.
you can't say. Anybody can say it.
Right.
I can't-
Anyone
yeah.
can say it. It can
It's
come out of
just-
your mouth.
It's just different reactions of who can say it.
Hold it.
I saw one thing one
Next man
time.
makes a move, the nigger gets it.
See? Yes, Bill Burr?
I saw a thing one time where they were just saying someone was going, well, white people are just mad because there's something that they actually can't do. Like all of us are that fucking privileged. All
Right.
those fucking douchebags eating macaroni and cheese in a fucking trailer park. That's the only thing that they can't do in life.
Yeah. Everyone's privileged, so
Oh, yeah.
everyone can't
Exactly.
say that.
Exactly. It's just easy. The government
Nah.
sent you a bag of money and a USA Today every day.
This is what a groveling worm she is. Why do you have to say that like, I wouldn't say that? It was so not pertinent to the discussion. It
No,
was-
the way she said it made it seem like, she was forcing It was so forced.
His approval.
She felt she had to say it.
If he said something like, look, all white people say that word and say it all the time, and she went, well, I could never. That's a reaction to what he said. But he didn't say that.
Not at all.
She's just a fucking groveling, mush-mouthed worm.
Can I hear it again in the context? I got to hear it again.
It's the hack question you have to say.
I was saying the other day to my friends that I feel, I'm not really offended by the word nigger when white people use the word nigger, but I feel offended when white people use incorrect English around me. It's like if they throw a B in the middle of their sentence, I don't be doing this, you know, I'm like, that feels almost like, that feels equal to like what the word nigger feels like to other people.
But it's a word that I could never use.
What?
Yeah, well, you couldn't use it because you had to be politically correct when you're on TV and everybody would like, they have picket signs and stuff.
More than that, I mean, it would be so offensive to me.
That's bullshit.
But who cares?
No one asked. She finds it offensive. It's so offensive to her.
To her.
Yeah. She's one of the special white people.
She's doing the Tyra Banks in the fat suit where she made it about her.
Right. It had to be then again about her.
It's so offensive to me.
So offensive to me.
You guys, I was so offended. Shut up.
Pryor called her out. I think it was because she did a thing where she did all her shows, and he I think 3 times did interviews.
Yeah.
And he was arrogant.
He was always a rough interview,
he was
man.
A motherfucker. And I think he was telling her, you say the word nigger. Say it. Go ahead, say it. He was like taunting her with it. I wish I could remember what it was, but it was one of his earliest ones when he was still fucking.
I bet she used it when he left that fucking studio.
She said that he angered her. He really made her angry.
Yeah, I mean, she said it a few times. All right, let's move on. Some of the fascinating people of 2005, according to Barbara Walters.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you. How do you not like Kanye West calling people out for using incorrect English around black people?
Yeah.
White guys do that all the time. You see them talk one way, like, hey, how are you? Yo, what's up, man? And the black guy comes over.
What's up?
Why?
Be old wigger. Be old wiggerly.
But they change their diction, like, from moment to moment.
Yeah.
It's silly. On stage, I've seen guys do that.
Silly.
Where are you from? Oh, cool. Where are you from? That little subtle, where are you from? Why?
Yeah.
The black guy won't understand you if you say, where are you from?
You've never done that, though?
Never. When I was in high school and drinking, and I wore fat laces, and I was a little,
Leave him alone.
Exactly. I got what I deserved. Chased back to my white community with guys with sticks.
Jersey wigger.
All right, we got some highlights.
It depends on how my set's going. To be honest with you, I've definitely started to bomb in front of a black crowd, and I threw in a couple, you know what I'm saying. I've been guilty of that. But I can't say you know what I'm saying, because if I said that, that would just be horribly offensive to me.
We got Michael Jackson's lawyer here. What's his name?
Mark Garagos.
Tom Messero or Messer? What is his name?
I'm sorry, Mark. Who's Mark Garagos?
Well, he was right. Didn't he bail on that case?
Not gonna work here anymore.
Well, why don't we get into the audio?
You said that you never doubted that you would win the case against Michael Jackson. Why were you so sure?
Because I thought the case was built on sand. It was a case built on falsehoods. It never should have been brought. And I really thought this jury had what it took to see that.
What do you think would have happened had Jackson been found guilty?
I consider the Michael Jackson case to be a death penalty case. I did not think Michael Jackson would have survived prison.
No kidding.
Kreskin.
That guy's a good lawyer, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a genius.
And the fact is, kids went into his room. Their parents were there, too. The parents were allowed to stay over with the children. And the way it was mischaracterized and mispresented to try and get a conviction was scandalous. It was wrong.
By him right there, it was misrepresented. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, the parents were there sometimes, not in the same room, and Michael Jackson was sleeping with the kids in his bed with the kids without a parent there. And this guy's now trying to paint a whole new picture, like, oh, the parents, everyone's the fucking, the police were sleeping in another bed, everyone, everything was hunky-dory. The guy's a fucking pedophile.
Look,
that's why he left the whole country.
Devil's advocate here.
Oh,
you got a cute kid. Your car's not running well. Why not? Look, Tommy, can you toughen up for one night? I don't wanna.
We'll have enough money for therapy.
But Mama, it hurts.
Oh,
can't you lay on your stomach in the back of Mama's new Rolls Royce?
Jesus. Here's one more clip.
He was really battered emotionally and physically by this 5-month trial, and he has told me that he really loves the environment and loves the people.
Do you think that people will be able to forget this trial and the accusations?
Well, he was vindicated. He's a great human being, and I have no doubt that he'll come back musically if he wants to.
lawyers are scum, and I know I'm stating the obvious here, but they are just such scum fucks. I hate to have to do this, but I wish his kids would be molested by Michael Jackson. Wouldn't that just be a little bitter irony for this guy?
That would never happen.
Because he would never leave him because he knows this guy's fucking guilty. Leave your kids over there. Leave your cute little cherubs over there with Michael Jackson in his island getaway where he's not even under any fucking laws anymore. God knows what's going on in that place.
Yes, he does.
He bought some island. Forget about it. It's probably the It's a Small World boats pulling up to there every fucking day, dropping a new load of little kids off. Stop. The guy's a monster. He's a fucking monster who's able to sing.
They're acting out The Sound of Music. Running up the hill, he's spinning around in a dress.
Dude, he's fucking kids on the hilltop there, just out in public now. Watch, look what I do now. He's on an island.
This
what are they
really
gonna
is
do?
Never Neverland.
It's Never Neverland. You never gonna get me for this motherfucking land.
Doing pills, taping his nose, all those young little hairless genitals. How do you not enjoy yourself? little hairless pale genitals.
Come here. They don't care. He just doles out some more cash, another boatload.
Go ahead.
No.
All right. Well, finally, we got Tom Cruise was one of the top 10 fascinating people of 2005. And Barbara Walters sat down with Mr. Cruise, and we have some highlights.
Do you regret anything you said or did?
No. Not at all. No, it's truth. You look at, what has occurred over this past year, where you have the kind of labels that have been put on these psychiatric drugs. Since I started talking out about it, and since the Matt Lauer interview, over 465,000 children have come off these depressants. So I think it's exactly the opposite. It's been a very successful summer.
Him.
Yeah.
It's because of Tom Cruise.
Where'd you get this info, Tom?
Changing the world.
Where did Tom get that info? 450,000 kids came off of it. Although, I wouldn't doubt it because there's probably these rube fucking women, these housewives and moms in the Midwest that love Tom Cruise and listen to every word he says and just pull their kids off of the medications.
Tom's knowledgeable.
That's what you got?
Yeah. Tom knows what he's talking about.
I know. Anthony, you're glib.
You're very glib.
You're glib.
You don't know the history of psychiatry, Anthony. He does.
I now understand.
Yeah.
This has been so fast with Katie. I mean, you just met her last April. How do you know so fast?
I just knew. I really just knew. It was an explosion. And she's magic. And I think that all men should celebrate their women. They should all jump on couches for them. When you find that woman, you should absolutely be unabashed about it. That's how I feel about it.
That's so sweet.
So I really mean it. I will forever be jumping on couches. And now we're going to have, children. It's beautiful.
Stop trying to take an embarrassing moment and make it like, I'll present this moment as if it was meant to be that way.
I'm using it figuratively.
I'll
be jumping on couches my whole life.
That's right.
That's the last thing you want to do is celebrate the woman you're with.
No.
You're creating a monster.
You're not celebrating the woman you're with.
Wait till fucking 10 years after a few kids, you'll be jumping on luggage. Because that's what she'll remind you of. Just a fucking fat silverback sitting there, not cute anymore. Stupid cold sore in her mouth.
Remember the cold sores? That was one of my highlights of 2005. Katie Holmes' cold sore.
Oh, big. It was more than just one.
That was just
covered.
Yeah.
And that was just from eating Tom's ass.
Old twister board mouth.
Maybe tomorrow.
Brand new relationship. They're just delving into everything, diving face first right into ass.
Yeah. Someone remind us for tomorrow's show. The listeners could get involved. Audience participation. The real highlights of 2005.
The real highlights.
Yeah. One of them is definitely Katie Holmes and her cold sore.
Her cold sores. Oof. Yeah, that was a little brutal.
Just start calling tomorrow morning right off the bat with that. Help us out. You have all night to think of some good ones. More audio with Tom Cruise.
Okay, the baby.
Yes.
Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
No.
You're going to know beforehand?
Yes. I actually bought a sonogram machine.
And?
I'm going to donate it to a hospital when we're done.
Wait, you're going to do your own sonogram?
What a guy. He's amazing.
So you know whether it's a boy or a girl. don't you?
No, I don't.
Even though, but you're looking at this.
Barbara,
at the
I would
sonograph.
tell you, I would say, I know if it's a boy or a girl, and I'm not telling you. Okay? I would say that.
Could you not stop this captivating interview?
I was so just fixated on every word. He had to say he's giving it to a hospital. You know? He had to add that in.
Oh, yeah,
just to show what a great guy he is. I bought a sonogram machine. Yeah, I could do that. I'm giving it to a hospital when we're done with it.
I've read all about sonogram machines.
Yeah, and he's using it on her. Dr. Tom Cruise.
That is just creepy.
That sounds a little dangerous.
And very creepy.
Yeah.
Honey, the head's big and the tongue is hanging out. Is that normal?
Yeah, maybe you should just leave that to doctors that could see if it's going to be okay or come out of complete disaster.
Yeah, you might want to know, like, early on. You don't want to find that out 8 months in.
No.
It's not going to be smart.
Oof, this ain't going to be good, Tom.
No. Remember how we talked about you want to do it, find out in the first 3 months.
Right.
And the old foot comes out by the steps. As we call it, the old whoops-a-daisy.
The old whoops-a-daisy. Or paging Doc Martin. Paging Doc Martin. You're due at surgery at the top of the stairs.
Wow. I forgot about treat that belly like a beanbag chair. Just sit on it. Whoops. Wow. Collapse into it and watch the game.
Visit the offices of Doc Martin.
One more clip from Mr. Cruz.
Is there a Scientology way of having birth?
Like anything, you want to be as quiet as possible. And I know there's been misinterpretation in terms of the woman can't make any noise. I mean, that's just not true.
Bullshit.
It's nutty. No. But just calm and quiet. I want Kate to be as comfortable as possible. And whatever she's going to go through, she's going to go through. And I'm going to be there.
If she makes a noise, she makes a noise.
Oh, she's going to make noise, I'm sure. You know, I don't
Is he going to allow her to have
I mean,
painkillers?
I don't know. You know, it's going to, we're going to go through it.
No medication like that.
I would,
Everything.
if I was Kay Holmes' father, I would kill this fucking guy.
Why?
Quite a paycheck.
Yeah.
He's probably making out pretty well. You whore out one of your daughters.
You know,
fine.
But she already has money.
She has an all right career. She don't have Tom Cruise money.
Don't you fucking snub that Dawson Creek money.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, the Dawson money.
Right on, Bill.
Nicole Kidman.
Well, yeah.
You're guaranteed to be a
set
star
for life, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking set for life.
But you're a star. You're photographed every 5 minutes. If you're like his wife, if you're linked with Cruise like that,
yep.
I mean, that's how famous he is. Nicole Kidman, who's
big for
good,
the career.
Right. Oh, that's great. She'll do a movie with him.
That's worth having birth with no drugs.
Yeah,
finally, we didn't get to this yesterday, the Gary Glitter update.
Gary Glitter, last we left Gary, he was in Southeast Asia up on child rape charges, which carry the death penalty over there. And we're not talking any 20 years of appeal death penalty. We're talking guilty, you're dead. Hey! Dun, 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 hey! Just done. Electricity? Are you insane? They probably just lop your head off over there.
I bet you they got the
Savage
best way to
country.
kill people over there.
That's the right
Playing
way to
a
do
drum roll like in Papillon.
Yeah. Nice little drum roll, and then...
Yeah, they don't do it the sweet way over there.
Yeah,
Vietnamese police will formally charge British glam rocker Gary Glitter with child molestation and drop an additional charge of child rape, his Vietnamese lawyer said yesterday. Police have said medical tests on girls who alleged they had had sex with the 1970s rock icon. Why is he a rock icon? He had one stupid hit. Who was arrested last month, led them to look into the more serious charge of raping children, which can carry the death penalty. There you have it.
It should.
I think there's some more info on this story today. Supposedly, he paid off one of the families $2,000.
Yeah, like too large over there in Vietnam is a lot of cake.
Just $2,000 to get off the hook.
Is he done? Is he out?
Well, he's going to spend some time in jail.
Well, he still got the child molestation charge there. So
Vietnam is just that whole area is known. People go there to have sex with children, and this guy can't even do that right. He can't even. He's such a creep that he doesn't even know how to go about that discreetly in a country that just that's what they do over there.
Yeah, that's actually in their tourism brochure.
Right,
it's a picture of a kid crying. Fucking savage people. Protect your own kids.
He had so much child porn on his computer when he got arrested in England for it, and his computer broke, and he brought it to a repair shop. To a computer repair shop. And, like, literally, children fell out of his computer. Nude children were what was jamming up the works.
You got Similac in the J key.
Wow. This guy is a monster, a predator. He's not going to be rehabilitated by this Vietnamese justice for $2,000 to pay the family off. Get rid of him. So what? He made a song.
You should rent out the cabana at Michael Jackson's new place.
There you go. He's going to be moving over there.
Let's go to Pat in Boston. Pat, what did you learn on the show today?
Learned a couple things. I learned that King Kong is better behaved than Mike Tyson, and that Trav is the promo homo.
All right, Travis.
I did learn that.
Josh in Arkansas.
I learned that Anthony needs an additional towel for his cock.
Todd the trucker.
Morning, guys. I learned that Jimmy has a hot ass, and Bill Burr can see it if he wants to, the lucky fella. Hey, Jimmy, are you going to be able to make it to CES?
Yes, I am going to be in Vegas with the boys, sir.
All right, good deal. We'll see you guys there.
Thanks, man.
We'll be in Vegas next week. Ben's raw ass.
Hey, I learned it's 2006 when the bank touches the chin.
That's right. Bill Burr, thanks for stopping in. I think he's going to be taking a flight. He doesn't even know.
It's what's the name of the club? It's Kickers in Livonia, Michigan, for New Year's Eve.
All weekend long, starting maybe tonight, definitely tomorrow.
Yes.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday? You got to do that Sunday show, too?
No.
All right, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Livonia, Michigan.
Possibly Wednesday, no Sunday.
That's
Bill will make up his mind after the show whether or not he comes.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dave in Texas. Dave?
Really?
That Katie Holmes is twister board mouth. We love you, Jimmy.
Bye, sir.
See you tomorrow.
That's it. I'm out of here.